changed the title. I feel a little bad because it's just the ACL title, and then I put plus Rodham Star Nemesis at the very end. 138 characters.
Nice. Just keep going. I actually don't know what the limit is.
It's 140. It tells you while you're
Oh, nice.
I'm in there. Oh, this is quite a limit. I have both logos downloaded, so maybe we can do some quick changes.
Oh, I heard someone join.
Yes,
Got a
Scrambles
few.
is here.
Scrams.
And Closure, whoever that is. Crook asking when the game starts. If only there were like a schedule post in your Discord and a schedule like channel.
I was already typing it.
Kale has joined the stream.
Always gotta make an entrance.
I thought the schedule was wrong. Why would the schedule be wrong?
Oh, because I said it's in an hour and then it was actually in 45 minutes. But
Oh, because you lied to them. Okay.
yeah. Which makes sense.
Oh, they don't have Thunder McBusters in this game. It's still Smitty.
Really?
He finished his games, but I guess he's not eligible for this week.
Oh, yeah, probably because he did it after the block.
Not 100% sure.
Yeah, because roster lock is 24 hours before, and that's when they update the sheets and stuff. So yeah, I don't think he hit it until today.
He hit it yesterday, but it might not have been in time. I don't know.
Too late, probably. That's a lot of games, though. That's like...
Yeah, no, shout out to Thunder McBusters, who is watching the stream, but 300 solo queue games in
That's
about a month, which is
actually insane.
like Korean grinding levels of video
It's like
gameplay.
almost 9 a day, and I've done that once to get like 100 games in a week, and all I can say is I almost wanted to say it. So I can only imagine doing basically the same thing for a month. So that's
Yeah, I think
commendable.
the most games of solo queue I've played in a season is about 30. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I've never played any amount of ranked basically.
Now you got me curious. I want to see what my most played like rank season is.
I'm pretty sure my most played ranked season was like season 3 or 4, and yeah, it was like 30 to 40 games.
Let's see here.
I couldn't hit 25 last split in order to play for a team. So that's the big mindset I'm in right now.
I feel like let's see, probably season 5 would be. Oh, I played like no ranked in season 5. Good. Like no ranked in season 6. Awesome.
Yeah, keep in mind
That's where it's at.
So some of the ones it also adds. Oh, you can search specifically by rank, so okay. Yeah, season 3 it looks like I played about 40 if I had to guess. That's my most played champion was Rumble. That's a champion I definitely play a lot. And I went 0-5 on Caitlyn. As one does.
What website did you use for yours?
I'm just on a PDG.
Okay.
And I'm doing rough ads of number of games.
Yeah. I had like almost 300 games on Swain in season 2.
Yeah, it's about that 40 in season 3. It's the most.
Yeah, season 7 was when I was like hard grinding to make Kansas State's A team.
I also feel like this has 3s in it though, because I played a lot of these champions in 3v3, but I don't think I played them on Rift. So who knows?
The 3v3, that's so funny. I had some friends that were super high in 3v3.
Yeah, that was
like top of the ladder.
that was back in the day. So like, my friend and I really wanted to hit gold for the victorious skins, but we weren't very good at League of Legends. So the rumor was that 3s was the easiest, so we played a lot of 3s.
That makes sense.
We're to draft. This is game number 1. We're gonna take it a little easier, a little less formally today, because we're gonna potentially have to do 6 games, all back to back to back. But
yeah,
it's
the gauntlet.
It
the
is
casting gauntlet.
The casting gauntlet tonight.
Talantha says you're very quiet, by the way.
I'm very quiet. Oh, well, I'll shove this closer to my face and turn me up a little bit then. I don't know if that made a significant difference, but
About the same to me, but
okay. Well,
stream is probably better.
It's game 1 is Clown Gaming Spartans versus Return of the Middlesticks Star Nemesis. There's already some bans. We're banning Fiddle against CBS. That's kind of interesting. So Zaya, Ivern, Ash banned. Kaisa, Fiddle, Aurelian Soul banned. Zig's first pick for CGS, countered by Maokai Tristana, which feels a little bit more normal. I'm Maris, Co-Caster's Lane. Let's go.
Hello. I have to say, just seeing the bans and what's picked here, it is quite a difference from what I've been seeing in scrims all week playing with the Premier team and like seeing it. I have to say, actually, the champs that have been picked so far, maybe not the order so much, but very much at the top of the table for the challengers meta. So except maybe the timer year that's coming through, but I'm liking what I see through so far. The Ziggs first pick is a little odd, but it is a good pick right now. So
Yeah, Ziggs feels strange blind, but it's always hard to judge gold elo League of Legends on any merits other than its own.
yeah,
So,
of course.
Jarvan locked in for CGS, and then Rodham slams down the Ornn. Sure. That feels. I think that's what we saw Smitty play last week. We didn't actually see it. I didn't cast it, but I'm pretty sure that's what he played last week. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recon ban. Why not? Yeah, you're trying to ban supports and probably a top laner. Although those could just be the solo lane Jason Ziggs. So maybe you're better off just banning a bunch of supports, and there we go. They're all gone.
Yeah, the CG Spartans, they have a lot of flexes available to them. I don't know how proficient they are the champions, but you can flex Jace between top and mid, and then go mid or ADC. So there's a lot of options. So I like Star Nemesis's approach to just ban the supports, the one lane they know still needs to pick something.
I'm kind of curious.
Unless we see
about
the Ziggs support like our bot,
Yeah. I'm kind of curious about the
Don't think that'll happen.
rank limit of this league. I guess you can go up to Emerald 4, which seems kind of wild.
Is Emerald above Platinum?
Emerald's above
Is
Platinum. Yeah.
All right.
So those guys are one tier above, or one rank above Plat.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I don't know how. I pity tournament organizers right now trying to figure out how to divide these leagues up now, especially with very limited information. Malzahar for Sayer, that's something he's played quite a bit of. And again, it's a big... We're going to put all of our eggs in the Atlas basket as he's playing Tristana. Melio, the arch nemesis of Star Nemesis, as it were. They had a lot of trouble killing Melio in week 1, and there it is locked in for Clown Gaming.
Yeah, I absolutely love this pick from the Spartans here, because Melio R counters suppresses. You can get rid of Malzahar's entire kit with his R. So really like that pick coming through, and Aatrox also getting locked in here. I will say the only thing I don't like about the Spartans comp is they have very minimal front line, and except for Jarvan engage, that's the only thing. So they're gonna want to be wanting to play fights through their Jason Ziggs poking people out before the Jarvan and Aatrox go in to finish up. I think it's definitely some disconnected as well. I don't think Melio is maybe the best pairing here with the Ziggs, but I think with Malzahar being in the game, I like the Melio pickup. So
Thresh is the last lock-in for Beast King. I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on Thresh. That's fine, I guess. Yeah. It's one of the champions that doesn't get fucked over by Melio's super mega fire kick, Lionel Messi kick.
Yeah, one of the few engaged champions that can play into it with okay.
I know a lot of people like blitzcrank into him because same reason. You just grab him, and what's he gonna do about that?
Yeah, but yeah, I think Melio actually gets a lot of value in the draft outside of the laning phase, because you've got the Maokai R that you can cleanse, the Malzahar R, and then even a Thresh Hook if somebody gets cut out. So
yeah, could be a really rough laning phase for a little bit though.
Yeah,
with Ziggs really needs Lost Chapter before he's able to do any sort of wave clearing, and then Melio doesn't really provide that safety that he needs, so they're probably under their tower, despite it being ranged into melee, right?
Yeah, I think Ziggs is also one of those characters that, typically you like to pair with an engage support, mainly because Ziggs is so safe bot, and has a lot of innate wave clear in the kit, that you can have basically him sit down there by himself. He can ult the wave if he needs to, and you can roam that engage support to the rest of the map to affect it. In this game, that's not going to obviously happen, but I will say what can help a lot of Ziggs out. We'll have to see what Shiba the dog picks, if they elect to go for a teleport here, but that can help accelerate you to that lost chapter that you need to start clearing waves really early in the game, a lot faster than most ADCs can get to their component.
The secret tech, though. Are you ready? Futures market secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's really good. That's all I've really got. I am very curious. So the CGS saved all of their flex picks to throw in the Aatrox last, even though they saw the Ornn pretty early. And Jay said Ornn's fine. Even a pretty good matchup generally. Aatrox is a very strong matchup into Ornn, though.
Yeah, I do like that. I think for the Spartans here, you're definitely going to want to try to get an advantage through one of the side lanes. If they can do that with the Aatrox, which I think is their best lane that they can do it on, it's going to get really hard for Star Nemesis to stop them, mainly because Star Nemesis is all about the team fighting, and the Spartans here can just sit through a side lane and just pick off towers and try to avoid those fights at all costs. But if one of those lanes gets ahead, I think they can be in a position to team fight pretty well.
Yeah, and I mean, really what you want to see from CGS is you just walk up to an objective and just poke and poke and poke, and if Ornn or Maokai try to engage on you, you just walk back.
Run away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your goal isn't really to fight if it's at all even, but once you get some of that poke down, it's kind of a scary comp, even if it is a little bit desynced. They just kind of lack that way to really force the engage other than Jarvan Jacuzzi, which against Tristana isn't as valuable, especially since that's the majority of the damage that we're going to see output from ROTM.
Yeah, I mean, Atlas kind of has the weight of the team on his shoulders right now. I do not think there's going to be much damage from anyone else coming out here, so it is going to be all about this Tristana for Atlas. If they can get things running, get gold on him early, and look, just kind of snowball him, I think this could be a great way that Star Nemesis is able to take advantage of this game and find a win condition for themselves. But it'll definitely be on Atlas to kind of carry this game, because there's not a lot of damage from anyone else, especially if you're considering that Malzahar ult is probably going to get cleansed by Melio every time it's up.
Well, 2 minutes left. This is week 3 of AGL. Both of these teams are 1-1, so looking to pick up a win, get over 500, feel a little bit more comfortable headed in toward the middle of the season. Yeah, we've got this game, and then immediately afterwards, they're starting at 7:45. Is the premier team taking on Chaotic Solar in the playoffs? So we'll jump to them as soon as game 1's over, and then we'll jump back and then forth, and it'll be a whole thing tonight. And if we ever get any downtime, we're gonna do the jersey drawing. So if you haven't submitted, you have maybe a couple of minutes to go ahead and make a little drawing, post it in the jersey giveaway chat, and get yourself submitted. I think Lane's kindly pinned all of the drawings.
Yes, I've pinned them all. I always pin the creations, but yeah, we've got maybe Maris. As this is my first time getting to watch Star Nemesis, maybe give us a little season recap of what we've missed so far. I know this is only week 3, but this is also a lot of other people's first experience for the game. And I think it would be a good thing to point out here as we get started.
So yeah, week 1 played what should be the best team in the league, or one of the best teams in the league. They got leads early and gave them hell for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then everything just kind of fell apart.
Yep.
And then week 2, same thing happened. Gave them hell for 20 to 25 minutes, even took game number 1. then the game kind of fell apart. Um, but what happened was the enemy team used a Masters tier mid laner, so
Oh.
they got comp ruled, and we got the win. So we're 1-1, boys.
Wow, that's like a nice win on the back end, and then also you guys beat a master tier mid laner in
Yep.
that's a nice confidence boost, if nothing else, on the back of the
Yeah,
comp
it's a good like proof of concept. As we've seen, they play the game a little bit alternatively to the way some people would expect. It feels very like LS drew it up. If you were drawing up a game plan and then you adhered to it 100%. But yeah, it kind of accentuates what should be Rodham's strengths and tries to hide some of the weaknesses, which are a little bit lower ranked players than some of the ones that they're going against in the league. So it's an interesting strategy, and we'll have to see if it can pay off against the Clown Gaming Spartans. My game loaded to a completely black screen, so we're getting there. There we go. This is where I'd play a cool bumper if I had one. I really like Sayer has the support diff title while he's playing mid. That really kind of accentuates the type of mid laner that he is.
Yep. Supporting cast member. Hey, it's all right. I mean, team looks like it's definitely here to support Atlas, because Atlas is gonna have the work cut out for him in this one with the beefy guys all around him and little Tristana dealing with all that.
The awesome dudes all around.
Oh yeah.
I always loved that from Papa Smithy and Doa. I think it was after Doa, so it would have been Papa Smithy and LS maybe. When you play two bruiser bot lane, call them the awesome dudes. A very brief moment in League of Legends history. That is a first strike Maokai.
I wonder if Scrambles is gonna try to go more damage in this one than normal, or if that's intentional.
I'm not sure. There was a PTA. There was something weird in our first game that we had, so all bets are kind of off. I don't think I've ever seen first strike Maokai.
It doesn't sound like that bad, but
Maokai doesn't have like a great keystone.
yeah,
Move, so
it's like phase rush.
phase rush.
That's about it.
Aftershock is fine, but usually you're engaging at such a range that you don't get
So
much value out of it. So
yeah, I can see it working. Although usually you like running phase rush in lanes to just proc the gold passive more, but so far nothing. So jungler's gonna be starting on the opposite sides of the map here. That should mean we should get some good cross map plays. I'm kind of surprised to see Jarvan starting top and pathing down, because I don't think they have like a strong case to fight in this bot lane. But
that was really interesting. So Beast King leashed the minions specifically so that his minions would shove, it looks like. So they're trying to shove really hard early? Or maybe it was unintentional. I imagine it's intentional. Like a lot of what we see early game is intentional. Sometimes it's a little scuffed, but it's a first strike demonic first item is very common on now, says Boy Wonder. Boy Wonder's backing it up. I'll believe Boy Wonder. Good flay level 2 from Beast King. They're continuing. No, they're backing off now on a shove.
Well, if Boy Wonder says it, I'll believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say all that effort bot has put them in a kind of rough spot, because Jarvan is around here, and with this hook down, it's going to get a little hairy.
Yeah, Beast King trying to kite out. He gets exhausted closure here with the flag and drag, predicts the flash, gets the knock up, and it'll be first blood for Shiba the dog.
Well, I said that there wasn't many kill opportunities, but RTM a little overextended there with the way that they played that early wave. So J4 able to pick up a nice kill, and honestly, just a great flash predict from Closure there to guarantee that one. That's going to be a kill onto the Ziggs, and that means getting to that lost chapter is going to be a lot easier for him.
Yeah, he's 200 gold away right now, so just sit there another wave or two, and you should be pretty close.
And may even have it if he's got Futures Market on in his back pocket as well. So
True. I have no idea what his secondary runes are, but he doesn't have biscuits, so I'm assuming, or stopwatch, so I'm assuming no futures market, but I've been wrong before.
and Smitty's in a rough spot here. He doesn't have the mana to really walk up to get this one down, so it's gonna build something.
Oh, I was hoping it was a mana crystal. Then he just
Well, you don't get mana in lane.
You don't? You get the health though.
Oh, sorry. Maybe it's the opposite. No, I think you don't get mana in lane.
Yeah.
For building,
That
but you
kinda
get the
makes
health
sense.
ones.
I know you get health, but
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, he bought 2 cloth armors, and he bagged. I guess he needed to bag.
Yeah, definitely. It would be good to back there. So.
So Scramble's kind of full clear into sitting in the top jungle. He got a little bit of vision down, so they're gonna see Closure return to his wolf camp, unless he flag and drags exactly now, but it doesn't look like he's going to. Oh, he's going up for his Gromp that he's gonna see is missing. Very sad man right now. Shiba gets hooked under tower, but there's no real way for Atlas to engage on that one.
Yeah. So far it's been a pretty quiet game outside of that early gank, and it's kind of expected from Maokai jungle. Usually want to wait till that 6. You generally power clear. I mean, he definitely has some tools to help out his lanes, but there hasn't been really great opportunities for it. Nobody's been super poked out or overextended from Clown Gaming, so Smitty gonna pick up a big wave here, which should help him out, catch up in XP and the CS difference here, but it's gonna be down a little bit. He just pinged level 5 as Tigsy already on that level 6, so gotta be careful coming back here. Tigsy goes ahead and TP's back actually, so this is a point in the matchup where it can get kind of rough for Smitty in this top lane.
He's doing the thing though. He bought a Bramble Vest, which is important. Tigsy tries to force the issue and exchange flashes with Smitty up in the top lane. Teleport burned by Tigsy, but Smitty's still holding on to his, so if absolutely needed, he could grab that recall. He's probably really wanting level 6 before he does that. Oh, didn't quite hit that cannon. That's very sad.
Yep. But he did blow Flash and the Aatrox ult, which, I mean, gets him out a lot of the pressure and danger in this lane, so gonna be pretty happy about that, I think.
Yeah, I was screaming at my computer week 1 because there was an Ornn that refused to buy the Grievous Wounds item in a similar matchup. He instead opted for Sunfire Cape first, which just exacerbates your problem because then you're shoving while wanting to just sit under tower and absorb pressure. But not seeing that this week. Big claps all around.
Yeah, we'll have to see if people get Ornn items too, so.
Oh, that's big. We can test Lane's Ornn item knowledge.
We've done this so many times, and every time I'm like, I have no idea what the Ornn item is.
Here is the trademarked now Star Nemesis Rome, level 7, up to the top lane. Scrambles, Beast King, and Atlas all here. Smitty really low. He's in a little bit of trouble. The Flay is good, though, and King Atlas picks up his first kill of the game, and they'll continue their shove on and their eventual assault on this Rift Herald.
Yeah, and that's still a little bit away here, but a really nice pickup of the kill, and really good by RTM with 4 members around to not kill steal that from Atlas. I think you want to get as much gold on an Atlas as you possibly can here. So it'd even be better here, I think, if they left Atlas alone at this tower he'd allow it to take it faster, and then you're not splitting gold with Beast King as well. But gonna pick up the 2 plates. Herald's gonna be spawning in 10 minutes here. I assume they're gonna keep that bot lane in the top side for that control.
And it's a good trade already from Clown Gaming Spartans, as they'll grab the old Dragon, which Star Nemesis just cedes control of. This this is the gameplay experience that we've been having the first 2 weeks, with no changes thus far. We haven't really seen Rodham have to go off script either. And now, gonna have a big Rift Herald fight, and I don't know if they're in a big position to take this one. Scrambles is very low after taking that slap from the Rift Herald. Tigsy is back. It's stolen by Closure, and now everything is going wrong. Now they're off script, and now, well, it was a good Dark Passage out. They'll lose 2, and we'll see if Beast King can evade. That's not the form that you want to be in to shoot a Shock Blast. Yeah, 2 kills for Clown Gaming Spartans, and they get the Rift Herald. That's a really
And
good
the
contest
dragon.
by them. And the dragon. Yeah,
Yeah.
this couldn't be going better, honestly, if you're a Spartans fan.
Yeah, and the thing is with the Rift Herald too, they're gonna use it here, but usually when you have a Ziggs on your team, you can blow up the first tower so quickly with the Rift Herald because you're gonna get 2 plates from that. Ziggs gets an additional plate, and you could hit 2 plates by itself. So usually when you have Ziggs on your team, those Rift Heralds are super nice to pick up. But yeah, RTM I think showed their hand just a little bit too early on that Rift Herald rotation because they had to wait around after their initial kill for like a whole 45-50 seconds until that Rift Herald was there, which allowed Closure to go take the Drake and then walk all the way up the top side to contest that. So if they play that a little bit slower, I think they'd be in a better spot where they'd be trading instead of Closure being able to contest both objectives. But now in a little bit of a hole for Star Nemesis that they'll have to find their way out of.
Yeah, and it kind of just makes the issue a little bit worse. They're completely even in terms of that outline gold, even 100 or 2 behind, which your goal is to accelerate Atlas. And if he's even with the enemy bot laner, that's not ideal.
Yeah.
The plates help, so it's a 20 CS deficit, which you can obviously see, but he does have the extra plates, so it's competitive. But
yeah, and I think the thing is too, that whole time that Tristana's top lane in that team fight, Ziggs is just free farming against Or in the bot lane, which is not stressful, but Tigsy in maybe a little trouble here.
Oh, the double knockback, and he gets the solo bolo. Shades of Vibon in the top lane. Now big suppression comes onto Closure, but it's a nice Melio ult to try to disengage. King Atlas has to flash away from the Lantern of Beast King, but didn't see how that all started. But it's Tigsy for Sayer overall, but the health bar's favoring Clown Gaming.
Yeah, really nice kill there by Smitty solo at the top side, especially with the Gore Drinker coming in now for Aatrox. That's going to be probably his one opportunity to get a solo kill and accelerate what he can in this game. But on the bot side there, what we talked about in the early game, why you picked this Melio pick, even though it isn't the best lane pick for you. You can cleanse that Malzahar ult. Did have to flash in to secure that and save the jungle, but was able to do so, and they get out scot-free, 1 kill for nil.
Smitty isn't fully committed to the beautiful build. I'm a little upset. He's going for a Sunfire Cape. Scrambles is here in the bot lane, looking for anything he can get. The flash engage onto Shiba the dog. King Atlas is in, but it's a double teleport coming from Clown Gaming, and they've got to get out. Tigsy here flashes the World Ender, trying to get underneath the tower, gets a big knockup. Scrambles is low and taken down by Roby. Now the counter teleport, though, from Sayer. He doesn't have flash or ult, so this is not particularly threatening.
Oh boy.
Little bouncing bomb into... Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh, no. The boat comp coming through here, and I think this is going to be another one. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, a play that looked like RTM was going to get out of didn't quite end up happening. A lot of poke coming through at the back end of that. The double TP, I think RTM would have been pretty happy to just get those 2 TPs off the board and back up, and they tried to, but yeah, the stopwatch usage under tower, not the best, and some extra poke coming down through that as well. That made things difficult for them on the back end of that play.
Yep, now Dragon spawning. Our team certainly have to cede control of that one. And yeah, it gets harder from here. We'll see if Atlas can get back in the game. If he can grab a couple of cheeky kills, that's what you really need to watch, but it's going to be hard with this roaming death squad headed toward the bottom side of the map currently. And I kind of like this. Sheba's headed up to the top lane to match the Ornn, who has all armor, and they're not even going for the dragon. They're looking for more kills in the bottom lane. They don't get Atlas, but they'll immediately destroy Beast King. Now Atlas is in trouble, has the Buster Shot to knock Jarvan out of his own jacuzzi, but Buddha finishes him off with an auto attack.
Yeah, and if you look across the scoreboard here, the 2 poke members that you wanted to get all the gold for Clown Gaming have all the gold. Ooh. Almost found the combo there.
Yeah, he's going for it. Oh.
Yeah, this Ornn is set up to fight at Aatrox and not much else, so Sheba is definitely feasting on the ability to get through all that Ornn armor, because you could just ignore it. As the Ziggs.
Yeah, you could probably fight a Jarvan, but Ziggs is not the one.
Nope. And things going from bad to worse here for RTM. 7k down.
They're looking for
Trying to
Roby,
find
trying to make a
something?
play. They get the flash out of Roby into the hook. Can they get the kill and get out is a big question. Looks like yes and yes are the answers. So Atlas picks up his second kill. The second Rift Herald is going to be the big prize. And it's an objective bounty.
It's very nice for RTM. I mean, they got a lot of gold there on their Tristana. They get 700 gold for that shutdown plus the kill.
Well, the mid lane tower got exploded during all of that by Sheba the dog, and he'll continue his assault on mid. The rest of Clown Gaming are set up to maybe contest this? No.
Yeah, and RTM isn't even rotating towards mid right now. They're trying to take this top lane tower. I mean, a trade of towers is worth it for RTM because you get the extra bonus of the objective bounties, but
yeah, trade of 1 tower for 1 is worth it, but 1 tower for 2, which is where we're at, is not. So we'll see what happens on this continued trade. Tiggsy not quite able to find the combo after the Infernal Chain. Some teleports coming in. Do they see the teleport in the bush? That might be key. That was a really weird little interaction as Closure gets knocked around. They'll pick up the kill onto Tiggsy. Now the rest of Clown Gaming are here. RTM just continuing to bully their way forward. They'll even drop the Rift Herald here in the top lane. Smitty just playing linebacker, trying to guard the Rift Herald. Smitty low, Closure is in. Ooh. Big Mega Inferno Bomb blows up Atlas, and Sayer, Beast King, and Scrambles are left fleeing. They have a combined 500 health. Bouncing Bomb, not quite able to find Sayer. Roby, he's now in the correct form to do a Shock Blast, and he'll find Scrambles with it.
Yeah, the Oppenheimer combo coming through there. Jarvan Jacuzzi into the Ziggs bomb. And yeah, that's doing a lot of damage with 6 kills on the Ziggs already. Not much that you can say. I liked what RTM did there, though. They picked up the Rift Herald, went to that top side, said, okay, you guys can take some stuff mid, but we have the Rift Herald in our back pocket. Again, didn't quite get the execution there, but I like the ideas that Star Nemesis is trying to come out here with, just not quite finding the execution with them being down so much in gold.
So I guess some Japanese have been a little upset about the amount of Oppenheimer memes and some of the territory they get into. So they started making 9/11 memes in the same vein, not realizing that I think that Americans just love 9/11 memes. So it's been a little funny on the internet.
Yeah.
But Dragon gonna spawn here in 145. It's Cloud. We're doing a Cloud Soul this game. It's not super exciting or anything. It's just happening.
Really isn't. I mean, there's a lot of good ultimates.
Oh, it's a full Leandros on Scrambles, by the way.
Jeez. Yeah. We got AP from the jungle. I was wondering how they were gonna get this damage, but I think, honestly, even without what has happened in this game, I feel like the tank build probably would have helped Scrambles out more, because there's so much poke that you can eat for your carries if you're a little more tanky.
Yeah, I think
but man, I don't know if you saw earlier that
the
bouncing bomb that landed on Atlas and did like half his health in one bomb. That was a lot.
Yep, and this
to deal with.
This is what Clown Gaming needs to do. They need to watch a little bit for scrambles, but they walk up to the objective, they do the poke. But now here comes the engage from a couple of different angles. They're able to blow up Ziggs to start off with. Smitty trying his best to do any sort of start crowd control that he can. Now Tigsy into the back line. He's looking only for Atlas. Eyes only on the Tristana. He's able to rocket jump away. Scrambles is into the back line, but he just doesn't have the damage. Tigsy is in. Oh, the Buster shot is just enough in the double bomb. Gets 2 kills for return to the Middlesticks.
Yeah, and RTM found a fight down a significant amount of gold there, get 2 shutdowns as well. So I'm going to be pretty happy about that. I think they are potentially going to lose this tower. No, Sayir is going to be able to clear the wave.
Oh, Closure and
Silence?
Roby are both
Huge?
in. The silence is pretty big. The hook finally comes through, but he's untargetable. Oh, he just fucking died. What happened?
He's untargetable, but he takes damage from the tower still. So
okay, I expected him to tank 1 tower shot, I guess, and then he.
Oh no, Beast King.
He's
Goodbye.
fine. Oh, Sheba from the bot lane picks up his 7th kill in the game.
And it seems like there's a couple times in this game where RTM makes a pretty solid play or escapes from something, and then just stick around a little too long, find a couple kills through this poke comp for Clown Gaming. I really liked RTM's approach to that fight. They had a really good ultimate from Scrambles. He found his way around the vision, had a great ult, was able to catch out the Ziggs, and they just threw all the CC onto that Ziggs so he couldn't get out. But in the end, they're evening it up, and this is going to be the 3rd dragon of the game. I don't feel like we're going to get to a soul. I feel like the sieging plus Baron is going to be too strong from CGS for RTM to overcome. But
I'm going to draw your eyes to the map right now. It is 20 minutes as we're frozen in time for some reason. And there are 3 people ready to do the Baron for Return to the Middlesticks. They're on this, trying to burn it down with Malzahar, Tristana, and Maokai. They can tank it for pretty much to eternity with the Voidlings. Oh, they'll get spotted, so they can't do it. Well, that would have been a good gambit, but it's not going to happen.
It was definitely not a bad look there. I mean, only Jace was in the area, Dragon was spawning. They had the first move to it, but didn't quite have the damage.
Oh, hook over the wall. This is going to sound blasphemous. I want to see this game played normally. Like, just straight up at the start of the game. Because I think that while the swap wasn't what ultimately lost everything, it tilted the game just so significantly for CGS, and we're seeing Rodham's teamfight ability. They can hang in there, despite being so far down. If this were an even gold game and they're doing this team fighting, I don't know. Maybe that's completely blasphemous and terrible to say.
I mean, I didn't mind the look for it, but like I said, I think they took it a little too late and then allowed CGS to contest it as well. But yeah, that was definitely a break point for them in the game.
Atlas has just walked directly into Tigsy. Smitty is there to try to defend him, but it's not going to matter, and both of those characters will fall, as now Clown Gaming can head for Yield Baron.
Now, Scrambles here, no flash, but Maokai is one of the best champions for stealing objectives in the game because he has % health damage on his Q and the smite combined. If you combine them together, you're actually able to do quite a bit of burst damage. But Tigsy's going to make sure nothing is going to happen for them here.
Well, now it's like you said, it's Baron plus 3 dragons, not quite the Dragon Soul. Hope even a little teleport to bottom lane, just make sure there's not the extra objective bounty going over. I don't know if that's necessary, but sometimes you gotta. I love when directed camera decides the most interesting thing on the map is Maokai just beating a red buff to death.
Everybody else is basing, walking back to lanes. At least there's some action at the red buff, you know?
Ooh, are we going to see Ornn items? We're level 13. He doesn't have his Ornn item yet, so still a bit off.
Yep. He's at level 14.
Does he have to have his first, or can he?
No,
just
so
give
he
it-
doesn't have a
Well, I
mythic,
know he doesn't
which
have a
is why
mythic.
we don't.
But does he have to do his own mythic
No.
before he can give other mythics, or no?
No.
Okay.
So he'll give his first one here shortly.
Yeah, spoiler, he's going to give it to Atlas, if he can. Do you
I
have-
mean, that is the highest gold member. It makes a lot of sense for RTM to put it there.
Yeah, do you have the Infinity Edge Orn item mythic name? I don't know why you would know this.
I think it's Molten Edge, isn't it?
It used to be Molten Edge, but they came up with a new name that's really dumb.
Okay.
And I don't
Well,
remember what
if they
it is.
change the Orn item names on me, I got no shot.
Yeah, it was Molten Edge back when he could do like any item.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they went to Mythics, they took it away, and now it's got a different name. I couldn't tell you what it is offhand. We'll have to see if he does it.
Oh boy.
But, engage opportunity. Just Melio cleanse.
It's just not gonna matter, and that's why the Melio pick, even though it wasn't a great lane pick, has been so great in this game. I mean, you can cleanse your entire team from a Maokai ultimate with one button press. So
Yeah,
very
feels
nice
maybe
pickup.
A little disappointing if you're Clown Gaming. They got the Baron, and then they got one bot lane tower. It's not what you really want to see out of your Poke Siege comp, but they've got a Cloud Soul here in 30 seconds that I'm assuming our team has to fight for. I've been wrong before, but
I mean, it is Cloud Soul, so you could probably let it go, but I don't think there's a lot left on the map for you to try to get. They could try to go for this mid lane tower, or potentially go for like a pick onto Tigsy and top. I think that's maybe the best use of your time if you're not going to fight this Drake, but
yeah, it doesn't look like either option's really going to happen. It's just catch the waves.
I don't mind it. It's not a huge combat dragon.
Yeah, especially for this comp. Like Jason Aatrox uses it pretty well, but that's about it. And now they're going to try to... It's not really a pick attempt on Roby so much as Roby's attempting to pick Scrambles. And it's going to be a little overextended here as he gets knocked up. A lot of shields coming out from the Melio, but it's not quite enough. And now the Orin Horn comes on through. Alice jumps over the wall looking for Tigsy. He'll be immediately suppressed but cleansed by the Melio. And now into the Jacuzzi goes all over Autumn as Closure goes unstoppable. The Mega Inferno Bomb comes in from Sheba the Dog. And the health bar is starting to get low, but no one's really falling just yet. Another hook lands onto Ziggs. Sheba the Dog low. Can't quite finish off Smitty. Now a rocket jump forward for King Atlas as it's just Closure and Buddha left, and a good disengage from Buddha. That should be it. Just the mid lane tower now for Return of the Middlesticks as they win the fight 3 for 2.
3 for 1.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
a great
really
team fight.
nice fight from RTM. They are able to find a numbers advantage to start that off, which was great for them. And King Atlas able to just fight through everything there.
Has to be a little
Ooh.
careful here about what he's doing. Closure's got enough damage at 6-0 and 8 to be able to burst through a couple of members of RTM, and the smite kill for the double kill for Closure.
Yeah, definitely just a little sad after a good fight from RTM following it up with that. But yeah, Closure now. The one with the bounty on his head, 1,000 gold shutdown, has not been killed yet this game, so big bounty.
Radiant Virtue for Smitty.
Yeah.
The Primordial Dawn. How do you feel about that?
The name or the
name.
item
The name.
choice?
The item choice I think is interesting. You could talk about that as well if you wanted to.
I think it's great. It's actually what a lot of Orns do, especially if you're going to be team fighting a lot. I think it's a good item pickup. And yeah, the way this game is trending, you are only taking fights when you're team fighting and only using your ult when you're team fighting, pretty much. So pretty decent pickup. But yeah, Primordial Dawn is actually, I think, one of the better names I've heard for.
Yeah, I'll fully admit I don't know what the Leandry's one currently is. It used to be Leandry's Paradox, I think, or like Leandry's Lament, but I think neither one of them is right now. And I don't know the current Infinity Edge one, but Locket? That's Reliquary of the Golden Dawn, my boy.
Yeah, I'd never get that one in a million years, so. Reliquary.
It's one of the ones they haven't changed, so I can pull that one out. Would be nice to see him get to his laners to be able to give them those items. But our Spartans are headed back to the Baron, or the Baron area. They might be looking for scrambles first. They're definitely looking for scrambles first. And now they have Jarvan behind him. Gets spotted by a sapling. Can Scrambles find his way out of here? It looks like yes. He'll hug the wall. He'll take a little bit of damage from Closure. Actually, a lot of damage from Closure. Now he's stuck in the jacuzzi. And that'll be all she wrote for Scrambles. Smitty now looks for the engage. Gets the double knockup into the double knockup. Can King Atlas find any damage? They're trying to play defense for him, but it just doesn't matter. The immediate double kill for the Ziggs as he tears on through. Beast King and Smitty, the last two left alive, but those two are not going to last long. It's a full house for CGS. 3 for Ziggs, 2 for Jarvan, and they'll run their way through mid lane.
Yeah, and it felt like RTM kind of treading water there, but the water ended up going over their head.
Oh, they're not going to run it through mid. They're going to go Baron.
They could have ended the game. All right, well, they're going to do the Baron instead, so we're going to actually see a little bit more action here. I don't expect it to change the outcome in this one based on how that last team fight went, but Zig's going to...
They just have no
it always
answer
impresses
for
me how much the Ziggs auto attacks do on structures now.
Yeah, and Rodham just has no answer for the Ziggs damage right now.
Yeah.
You saw it just lay in and immediately blow up Sayer and Atlas, and that's the team fight. Like, there's no one else left.
Yeah. I mean, RTM can definitely, I think, win fights because they, any, like, numbered advantage if they catch people out, because they have the CC lockdown, and you can just take someone out from that, and there's not like a real great tank from CGS to kind of take all that, but
it is still Leander's Lament, by the way, so that's
it. Is it?
And then Infinity Edge's Edge of Finality.
Wow,
it's the opposite of Infinite. It's now final.
I feel like they just were like found the edgiest person at Riot HQ,
hey,
and then
you made Kane. What's?
Yeah, they went to them. And they're like, "Can you do all our names for the Ornn items, please?"
I'm kind of curious if they're the same edginess in other languages, like if it translates the same way.
I don't know enough about. I mean,
because
oh my God,
yeah,
Atlas! I'm so sorry.
That was an ethical amount of poke that happened. I thought it was really interesting. They were talking about naming some of the new champions. It was like 2 or 3 years ago now, maybe even more than that. But they were talking about naming some of the new champions, and they're like, we had a name we really liked and used for most of development, but we couldn't use it because it was really offensive in Hindi or something. And I was like, okay.
Interesting.
Smitty's looking for the engage. Do they actually have enough juice in the tank to go for this one? The pull in Tigsy underneath the tower and finish him off first.
Oh,
that's a huge
God.
Mega Inferno bomb, though. Closure's going to fall. Atlas is still fine, which is important. Roby just is able to escape. It's the carry's left alive. Oh, Roby, that's a clutch heal from Buddha to be able to keep him alive. Now looking in, and Atlas gets the crit and the kill. Scrambles is called GG in the chat, but I don't think it's quite over just yet. Shiba the dog and Buddha forced to flee.
Yeah,
he jumped over the mines. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, yeah, you got to clear your base. But yeah, Atlas finding the kills that needed to, but it is going to be an open nexus, so not the most successful siege, but a successful one overall for CGS. And Elder Dragon going to be picked up here, and that should just be an ARAM and win, I think. Atlas is probably going to take one bit of poke and explode, so as we've seen Shock Blast or a Ziggs bomb land on his head.
Yeah, it's a little bit devastating, the amount of poke that can happen very quickly in Return of the Middlesticks. I thought that Mega Inferno Bomb was just a complete wipe immediately, but it was not.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like the upgrade of the Reliquary as the next item. I think it increases the shielding just a little bit on it, so maybe you can survive thanks to that. Um, but yeah, somehow Rodham has dragged this into a 33-minute game, which is kind of impressive.
So it doesn't increase the shielding, but it does increase the passive, which is the armor and magic resist,
Oh, huge.
like around you. So gonna get 8 armor and magic resist to people near him.
Well, that's
Additionally,
8 more than Atlas has in his inventory
That's
right
true.
now, because he's got neither of those stats. He's full offense all the time. Yeah, Ziggs bought a Medjai's. He's at 10 now after he started
Oh,
Dark Seal.
good.
Yeah, Atlas caught a little poke. He's currently burning. He's fine right now. Oh, the Mega
Yep.
Inferno Bomb onto the fountain says no, and he'll get executed on there. And now it's just a matter of cleanup for CG. Closure picks up 1. He'll pick up 2. Roby has 1 as well. Tigsy is doing some things, and the Nexus just explodes in the meantime. So, Clown Gaming Spartans take a 1-0 lead, and they'll look to close out the series in Game 2. We're going to jump very quickly into ACL, which might be underway. I actually don't have any of them added. This might be a little bit of a scuffed thing happening, but
Oh yeah, go add somebody real quick.
we'll pick up the ACL series as soon as we can.
It doesn't look like they're into their draft yet, so got a little bit of time. I will say Star Nemesis did a really good job, honestly, of extending that game. I thought it was going to be based on the early part of it, that it was going to go a lot quicker, but I mean, the last 33 minutes when you were down quite a bit of gold in that early game, it was a testament to a good comp, I think, able to find some fights when they were down tremendous amounts of gold, and Atlas playing the fights really pretty decently as well.
Out on blue side, of course. Nice.
Yes, we are blue.
Because that's the most work for me.
I'd suggest adding Boy Wonder, because he's probably the most likely to accept your friend.
I did add Boy Wonder, in fact.
Perfect.
He said hi. What a nice young man.
so young.
I think he's about my age, actually. Maybe a little
Yeah,
younger.
I think he's 28 or 26. I don't know. He's like right around my age, so. They just started bans
What
here.
is their... Are they CSO?
Yes.
Okay. I'll put this up on stream. You can talk about it. I'm still editing part of the thing that's happening, but we're in a pick and ban.
No worries.
You can talk about it if you want. It's up.
Perfect. So yeah, bans flying already here as we get into draft. CSO banning away the Rumble and Maokai. RTM deliberating on their third ban here, but have already banned away the Darius and Udyr. CSO has we win in the jungle, and he is a Udyr one trick, so that champ is going to be banned probably the entire series. And Kaisa going to be the last ban for CSO, and Tristana for RTM. Of what's left here from the premier picks, Rel still up there in priority. That wasn't banned away here. Taking some time to think about it for RTM.
All right, I'm in it to win it now. I have everything edited that I wanted to edit, I think. Oh no, I don't. I don't have
Nice.
the client edited.
And it is going to be the Rel lock for RTM with that first pick. Took a while to think about it, but was probably the best pick available. Now for CSO, got to think about probably Xayah as the best ADC. He's really decent into Rel. One, because you can get out of the engage. Oh, and Poppy, of course, also really good. So like this pickup. You can flex that between top and jungle, obviously, but does really well in just seeing that Rel. Able to just put the steadfast presence up and help create space for the carries. and
Sorry,
Zaya
now-
going to be that second pick.
Just talking to the highest ranked player in my friends list. Sorry.
You guys can continue chatting. I got this over here, Maris. All right.
But yeah, Poppy Zaya locked in for CSO. Now, Rodham, what do you pair with Rel?
Ezreal. It's interesting. It works.
Yeah, is that your bot lane pairing though, or do you think that it's going to be a Dragowski Rel debut?
Yeah, it would be a debut for sure. I wouldn't expect it here. It's not like impossible to play bot with the Ezreal. And really what you should do as the Rel is roam around the map, because Ezreal's going to be relatively safe in that bot lane. RTM taking a lot of time through these picks, and Lilia, we are going to see a debut for Dragowski here with the Lilia, not the Rel. I assume that RTM is betting that CSO is going to put this Poppy jungle, but with the chance to put it top lane, it's possible that they can pick something else into this Lilia. So
I'm excited for the Dragowski Lilia. We normally see him on kind of tank supportive duty, so it'd be cool to see him on a champion that does a little bit of damage. Get to unleash the man.
definitely so.
But Braum locked in for CSO to go with the Zaya. I don't have a whole lot of comments on that. It's pretty good into Ezreal, really annoying. But also I don't think really changes the complexion of their team comp at all.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty good into the melee supports. And then we're just going to see the entire top lane pool pinched here. So,
Yeah, Jace, Jax, Aatrox. I don't know who else is being played top lane right now. That's not a top laner, that's Azir. You can't fool me.
so one top lane survivor. I'm interested. I think Poppy, if you can flex it top here, is probably best because it's not a good jungle matchup for you. You can always save that flex for last here, but that does mean you're gonna have to blind pick your mid. Of the blind picks available, Syndra, I was gonna say, it's probably the best one available as a blind. Ari's another good blind here, but that means RTM is gonna get their choice here. Olaf
made it through.
with the hover. Yeah, with all the top bands that were flying, Olaf is one of the ones making it through, and that's pretty surprising because it is Crook's most played champion.
Yeah, and
So
Olaf into Poppy's kind of a banger matchup for Olaf.
yeah, you're maybe forcing this Poppy now to go jungle because I think you need something to deal with the Olaf, and I don't think Poppy is the best choice for you. So like that pickup from RTM here. Still have one pick left in the mid lane, and the Victor scaling going to come through or Max. So very different team comp than what we're used to seeing from RTM. They're usually the ones with the Poppy. They still got the Rel, but Dragowski on the Lilia, pretty different. So we'll have to see how he does in a carry style here on this Lilia pick.
Yeah, maybe a little lighter on crowd control than normal from a premier team comp, but I know that individually these are all champions that the players like, and we've seen them play on before. Other than, I know Dragowski likes Lilia, I haven't actually seen him play it. Jarvan is a good answer to Lilia, you just put her in the jacuzzi, but that does really make a tough top lane matchup as you've got Olaf into Poppy now.
Yeah, definitely so. And also Ezreal is getting so much more value for such an early pick. You can self peel out of that Jarvan jacuzzi, so pretty. I think Pup's going to be pretty happy seeing that jungle locked in. But yeah, CSO has a lot of Krau's control here. They'll have to utilize that well, I think, to get the leg up on RTM with the things like the Olaf. But yeah, I feel like this top lane matchup is one where RTM can really take advantage.
Well, now we're kind of at the mercy of the timer. We're not in lobby, so we don't have the exact timer for when everything starts. And I'm pretty sure spectate still breaks if you try to join during the starting phase. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Is it really?
I know that was a bug for a long time. Maybe it's been fixed. Who knows? I guess I'm gonna call it. This is your last chance to get in on the jersey giveaway if you haven't already. Submit a drawing. I don't know who would be listening that hasn't submitted a drawing, but go do that. Got a lot of Rotom related ones. We didn't get a huge amount of other league. I really miss our Star Guardian Rammus from last time. That was, I think, my
Cardinals
favorite
had
one.
an absolute classic.
Yeah, if I were grading the art, I think that one wins, followed by Vaughn's Rotom song cover.
There's some good ones. I'm always partial to the Crow Dumpling personally, but
That was, yeah. It felt like people tried a little bit harder than they did this time, but
I mean there
okay.
are some good
Yeah, we have
pieces
some
in
good
this
ones.
one.
Yeah, there's two Middlesticks logos that are both very good, from Tchaikovsky and Matsuro.
Matsuro. And then somebody wearing our jersey, so Kyler did a maybe self-portrait.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Kyler's right at the start. Yeah, that was
So.
pretty solid.
Some fun ones.
I like the MS Paint Crow. Like, they're all good drawings. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
bad drawing. I mean, even if you put in a bad drawing, I'm not here to judge.
Oh yeah.
I also appreciate Crook's pup in jail. But we beat Mirage and Team Ambition. Very important. They're in Champ Select now, so just a couple more minutes before we can maybe get into the lobby? Question mark? Oh boy, Wonder is only Diamond 4 in solo queue right now.
Season reset. He has played very minimal solo queue because we have been scrimming every night.
Yeah.
So
And that's
he's
fair.
he's got a life outside of the league. So
No, I said he was my highest ranked friend on my friends list, but I don't know that that's true right now. It definitely was in the last split, though. That's the honor you really need, the highest rank on Maris's friends list. That's who I talk to about all my strats. Looks like Star Nemesis' second draft is done as well, so unfortunately they're timed up now, which is kind of strange given the difference in start times. So we'll probably
well,
be
I
stuck
feel like
with ACL.
45 minutes is pretty normal for like draft plus game play. So that
Little
makes sense in my head.
Yeah, a little unfortunate maybe. But I guess it was a half hour was the sweet spot when we'd have the two gold games start a half hour after
Yeah.
each other. It was just
Right.
constant. We're in game.
Jumping in like 10 minutes into the next game. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get back to those times. I did want to give a shout out. I don't know if anybody's listening, but the 5 guys on Crowstorm. Thanks for joining a team on, like 6 hours of deliberation, and hopefully it goes well. That should be pretty fun. We're running it back in MSL. They also didn't get to choose their name. I just made them Crowstorm because they're Diamond. I think that's fair.
Is your spectate game button working?
Let me see. I hit spectate game, and I'm in the lobby.
All right, I'm gonna
There we go.
restart my client then. As mine, I hit spectate game, and it did nada.
That's what it used to do. Was just you'd hit it and it'd ask with impunity, basically, did you mean to do that? Like, what are you doing? I'm putting people's names on a wheel.
Good use of time.
Oh, we're gonna get banned from Aegis. They're not in order.
There we go. Client reset working. So we're about 80 seconds out here.
Yeah.
As we
Again,
wait for.
this is the first game of ACL, the Aegis Champion League playoffs, lower bracket round of 8. So I think you win this one, you're in the money, or maybe you need to win one more. But it's getting to close times.
Yeah, because I
and
think
a
this
lot of big
goes
teams less.
from 8 to 6, so still need the win Monday, I think. But this is also the last best of 3 because we go to best of 5s on Monday. So
Oh boy. It's probably good for ACL to have best of 5s. I just absolutely loathe when we get to Gold League best of 5s.
yeah,
Not my favorite time of the year.
those are always going to 5 games. So
They're either 3 or 5. There's never been a 4-game series in Gold League. And a large majority of the time it's 3. There's no reason to have a best of 3 when 2 would have done just fine.
mm-hmm.
Right. Well, we made it through 2 in-betweens. Hopefully you're loading into game right now, Lane.
Indeed.
Cool. And this is the first time that I get to look at any of the names for the CSO players. So this is exciting for me.
Changed their name from win. So
Might be multiple accounts.
that's
Just add
a
wins each
possibility.
time. This is the official win-win account. Well, here we are, onto the riff for game number 1 of the ACL playoffs, and immediately a pause. Great. Drakowski disconnected, reconnected, and then... Oh. No, it's unpaused immediately.
Yeah, we just got in the
That's weird. Okay.
we're in the pause after the pause. You know.
Yeah. No.
I so far for CSO, it looks like they're gonna go for this bot lane invade. I really like the thought here. As we see from the minimap, these teams are gonna be like ships passing the night, not see each other at all. And so they've got the Braum, so they got decent characters to try to make this work, but both teams trying to get some deep vision down.
See, when people
Very
say
tentative.
ships passing in the night, I think that they're like close. That means you can't see them
Yeah,
because it's nighttime.
it
This is
definitely.
more like they're in the open ocean and they're just
Yeah.
on opposite sides of it.
One's in the Atlantic and the other's in the Pacific right now is what's happening. So it's interesting here. I think both teams know what's going on, where the champions are.
The
but
mid laners
it's
just
hard
saw
to-
each other. Oh, they spotted Lilia, which might be pretty important.
Yep.
Max is going to walk in for a power transfer core hit, which actually favors Lilia because she gets a shard of power. Splinter
So-
of power.
This means
Oh, this is pretty risky. Okay, Pups finds them.
Yeah.
But it looks like Young J, Big Time, Boyo, and Wenwin are not interested in trying to punish a level 1 Ezreal for his transgression.
So we're gonna get a split map here, which I think should favor RTM as long as Puppet and Boy Wonder do not hit this wave. They do not want this pushing away from them at all. So in the middle of it is fine. But yeah, they need to keep it close to their tower because they're gonna have the jungler around.
No, it'd be interesting to see, because now you have your you have your strong side and your weak side. Now you've got Crook up on the strong side, with probably a shove into J-Bear on the Poppy. Do you look for a really early dive with Lilia? That seems a little bit risky, but
You definitely can, and I think they should look for it. It's gonna definitely. You don't want to do it if J-Bear I think is full health because it's not like you have great CC. But if Crook can get a nice trade early, definitely roam that Lily up to just do the extra damage necessary there. But
yeah, Young Jay and Boyo really getting a big shove in the bottom lane. They've already pushed Pup and Boy Wonder underneath the tower.
yeah, so far it looks like both teams have kind of both the lanes on the opposite side of the maps have avoided the scariest part where the jungler is in your own jungle and missing that gank, but Boyo roaming to the mid lane here. And this Victor is really hard to play, I think, into CSO's team comp, especially with the J4. You're just no mobile mage, so Max is going to just try to farm out as much as possible through this early game. Try not to die. It's doing a good job playing towards top side, but here comes the gank.
Yeah, in comes the knock-up, and when oh, the flash from Big Time Boyo going to hit the winner's bite. Drakowski is here just for a little bit of insurance, but yeah, it doesn't look like a whole lot extra is going to happen. It's just a trade of flashes between Boyo and Max, which, of course, you take every time if you're CSO.
Absolutely.
Oh, but now Boy Wonder and Pup. Pup's going to steal away the Scuttle Crab, and they'll even get a little engage onto Win-Win. He's burning from the Ignite. I don't think that Pup has the damage. Oh, maybe with the Bowling Ball from Drakowski. He's got the Flash Q, doesn't quite find the W, and I don't think that it's quite enough passive damage. Meanwhile, Crook gets pinned into a wall. He's...
Oh, boy.
Oh, he got so minion blocked
Yeah.
there, and it's first blood for J-Bear in the top lane. We've been hyping up the Olaf matchup, and then he gets solo killed. That's a caster curse.
Yep, definitely is. It's not able to really take advantage of those early levels, and Poppy with the wave there, able to find a nice kill. And that'll help the match out a lot. But RTM on the bot side trying to find one for themselves. Weren't quite able to find Win-Win on the J4, but they did get the Scuttle Crab wrestled away from him there, so.
Yep, big victory. Do you like the Swifties on J-Bear?
Huh.
I
mean,
there are a lot of slows.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna leave my opinion up until I see how it does into the Olaf axis. But we're gonna get a fight here on bot side.
Yeah, Boy Wonder in a lot of trouble, and he'll get taken down by Young Jay.
No flash, super easy pickup there. The Braum stun doing wonderfully.
Yeah, Crook still has a 15 CS lead, so this gold is pretty much even. It's not really an effective items, but you know, we'll see what happens there. Keep an eye on top lane. I mean, we'll keep an eye everywhere that spectator camera really wants to show us. But it looks like Solar. I guess they're chaotic gaming.
Solar. Chaotic Solar.
Yeah, their Twitter tag is like chaotic esport gaming. Or chaotic
Interesting.
gaming esport or something like that. I had to look them up today, but yeah, I feel like C9 Crow should be on our team. Another note.
Next time we have tryouts, I'll see to it.
Hit him up. Max is gonna get stunned. I don't think there's really enough damage here. Boyo's still just hovering all around mid, and now we get the counter roam from Crook. Max is here, drops the Chaos Storm on top, and He's going to hit the Jets with the Ragnarok. Just doesn't have the damage to really do anything to Crow, and now he'll have to walk it out the old-fashioned way.
Yep. Good roam down there. Does blow the flash onto Crow, and these are two mid laners that are very susceptible to ganks because they don't have great escape. But now Brook taking a big trade there.
Oh, Win gets his crab back from earlier. A little engage from Boy Wonder. They don't have the numbers advantage, but if they can take Win Down, now it's an even fight, but immediately turn back. Drakowski picks up a second kill. Young Jay still doing so much damage. He's got level 6, and the Featherstorm still available. Puppe, Arcane Shift over the wall, and he'll be able to live thanks to the flash. Well, it's 2 for 2. It's a little bit of a mess, but you get kill onto Drakowski. Ultimately worth?
I would say it's probably not overall for RTM, mainly because Youngjae is the one benefiting the most from those kills. Already 2 kills and an assist up. So it's going to put them marginally ahead of Puppe here early, especially because Puppe is sitting with 2 assists instead.
Oh. He's got enough for a Kraken Slayer.
Yep. That's scary at 8 minutes. But Crook, even though just kind of been taking a beating here early, up a lot of CS. So that shove, I think, is going to give RTM the green light here. Go ahead and start this Rift Herald. There's some really nicely placed wards here behind, so CSO should know about it, but not much they're going to be able to do. And Rift Herald secure over to RTM.
I feel like CSO is another acronym I should know for something, but I can't.
Sounds like CSGO.
Oh, maybe that's it.
That's what I think of every time I say it, but
I'm also from Colorado Springs. I'm sure there's a CSO in Colorado Springs.
yeah, that sounds about right. Jaybear notably going for not a tank build. Has the Sheen already. Should give a little bit more fighting power, but
Yeah, that's a Trinity Force, probably, I would imagine.
I feel like that's probably the
Sunder.
better pickup here, but Sunder is typical. But there's not a lot of like super high health targets for RTM, so
Yeah.
you can make an argument for either.
Interesting for sure. Grasp is already
Jaybear.
such a funny thing. On Poppy, you just throw the buckler and get your Grasp proc. They're trying to bait Pup and Boy Wonder into win-win. Pup still has E. But Boy Wonder has his flash available now. Drakowski is here. They're going to start out the fight. The bowling ball comes in. It only connects onto win-win, though. And immediately they'll blow up Boy Wonder to start everything off. Pup turns onto win-win, and they'll take out the other jungler in return. And now Crow is going to join the fray as he's not able to find the stun immediately. The burn from Drakowski. Oh my goodness, plus the Q from Pup takes another kill, and the teleport behind. Is this Max? It is Max as he's here with the laser, and Crow gets herded into a little corner, and ROTM find a couple of extra kills.
Yeah, CSO just staying a little too long there. Could have just walked out. Could have been a very even trade, but Drakowski playing that fight super well, dancing around with the Lilia passive, was able to do enough to make it work. But Crook gonna fight here on the top side.
Crook. Oh, he hits the undertow. He's got the shield. Does he have it? Oh, he does with the over the smash. I think that's actually undertow. No, that's Reckless
Undertow's-
Swing. Reckless
yeah.
Swing. I know my Olaf abilities. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, the Reckless Swing for the kill for Cookie Crook, and he'll get the exchange solo bolo.
Yeah, Jaybear trying to land that flash stun into the wall. Didn't quite find it. Definitely would have won with that, but that was the defining factor, and now Crook is going to be wailing on this tower. Going to get 2 plates for himself. Should pick up another wave as well.
Boy Wonder smelled that. This is a little bit risky of a walk-in from ROTM. Max and Drakowski both here. They'll find their way into one bush and be able to clear out some of this vision potentially. Crow gets hit by a Swirl Seed. And now Crook is just doing some dirty farming, pushing Jaybear back in between his towers. Always a little silly. And now there's things happening around the dragon again. Drakowski just able to dodge away from the winner's bite as it's a 4v3 currently, but now with Max able to join. Pup is still stuck underneath his tower farming a little bit. Crook is farming under Jaybear's tower, and he's completely fine.
Don't know how much RTM wants to contest this.
I don't know how much Crook really wants to be there. Boy Wonder looks for the engage. They find a lot of damage onto Crow, but they're not able to finish him off. Drakowski gets thrown into the jacuzzi. He's stuck, but he's able to trade out with the jungler. So both junglers dead. A big engage from Boy Wonder. Do they have the damage, though? Max is finally able to find his range. He's on top of Crow, and Pup finishes that one off. Another nice fight for ROTM as Pup finishes off the dragon. Crook is recalling in the enemy jungle up on the other side of the map, and it's one extra kill plus the dragon for return to the Middlesticks, and they find another positive trade despite being down a little bit early.
Yeah, Boy Wonder played that fight so well, finding the Magnet Storm to pick up 2 and then landed the jump across all 3 members there. Great play from him. Really was the difference maker, especially since Drakowski went down so early in the Jarvan ult. Nice fight from RTM. Just, I think, kind of outfighting here in early. It felt like a pretty even game, except for a couple of team fights that have gone RTM's way just at the end. But still a pretty close game.
Yeah,
13
of course,
minutes in.
The eyes have to be on both of the 80 carries now. Pup 4-0-5, Young J 5-2-1. Both monsters already just very accelerated in this game. The only person who's really keeping up with them is Drakowski on the Lilia.
Yep. And I mean, Crook's doing a pretty good job on this top side, but we haven't seen too much of either top laner getting involved in these scraps. And Crook has been taking advantage of that with a 20 CS lead, and going to be even more here as Wave shoving out. So 30 CS up, 3 plates. Crook is just kind of quietly becoming very, very strong.
He's quietly doing the top lane island thing, which is what he wants to do anyway on the Olaf, so more power to him. There it is. Oh, didn't quite hit the undertow, but... thoughts on the Drakowski Lilia so far? I'd say it's looks pretty strong thus far.
Yeah,
he's navigated the hardest part of the game to play Lilia. Yeah,
especially into a counter matchup. So I think it's going really good. Drakowski's looked pretty good on it. Especially in that skirmish bot side, was using the passive very masterfully, using that extra movement speed to weave in and out of range. But Win-Win is sneaking in behind here for a gank.
Yeah, and Pup's already used his E. He still has Flash available to get out of the jacuzzi. He doesn't quite get clipped by that. Oh, the Magnet Storm was trying to pull Win-Win out of the flag and drag, but it's just not enough. Now the damage... Oh, Jaybear might have saved it, but not for very long, though, as he hits him with the buckler for the kill.
Yeah, that TP down, though, from Jaybear, I think is going to give Crook this first tower, so...
Yeah, and a little unfortunate. It took the kill away from Young Jay, who was going to finish it up with the Feather Storm. And now Boy Wonder... I don't exactly know why he's defending this. Maybe he can.
Yeah.
He must know
with
something
TP
I don't.
coming in.
Yeah, actually long TP coming in from Crook and Max. They're going to try to run this one down. Crook just can't find any CC. There's a slow... Oh, the flash from Boyo is able to keep him alive. He'll get the slow into Win-Win. I don't think he can continue just yet. Drakowski headed in. Max has a little bit of a flanking angle, but... we're watching Boyo, which means... Oh, he gets hit by the True Shot Barrage. Okay. Drakowski finishes him off. Meanwhile, flash in. He has the ult. There's Slept. Where's the damage? There it is. As Max and Drakowski finish that one off, and he'll stopwatch away from the tower shot just to make sure. Nicely played by him. Win-Win was able to successfully evade Crook in the jungle, which, bets on that would have been pretty
overall
pretty
going
high
to be
for Win-Win to escape.
A 2 for 2, but RTM's going to pick up 2 towers for themselves for their teleport usage. So Drakowski comes up here to clear the wave away from this Poppy.
And Jaybear, I don't think he actually wins the fight. He doesn't have any MR. Drakowski's low, but not that low, and the tower shot will help out.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Drakowski 7-2 on this Lilia, 600 gold shutdown on his head. He's been playing really, really well on the pick, and look at the farm difference in jungle as well. I know Lilia is one of those champs that likes to be farming a lot, but usually when you see a jungler with this high of a kill count, they're usually not as well farmed as Drakowski is in this one. So, hats off to him for having himself a great game. Now picks up the Zonias, which is going to be so great against Win-Win's Jacuzzi. Can kind of wait that cooldown out for him to get dropped and then go on with his speedy galloping around.
Yeah, really happy with the way Drakowski's been able to go. He kind of called his shot on the carry jungler, and we're seeing it pay dividends for him. Pup doing pup things has now got his second completed item. Not quite to that Maramuna yet, but he'll be there before too long. And I mean, it'll be like, what, 18, 19-minute Maramuna? That sounds pretty good.
They saw Win-Win on a ward here, so gonna spot him out. Oh, and Boy Wonder picks up the camp.
Yeah, I got the 55 gold for the wolf camp. Can they actually track him down? Pop over the wall? Yes, they can.
Oh.
The last auto even burns the flash. Kind of disgusting. Poppy gets the top lane tower as the collateral damage, the big trade. It's about a 5,000 gold lead for Return to the Middlesticks. That Chaos Storm a little sus there for Max, but no big issue.
Yeah. Fortunately for RTM, the jungler going down for CSO, not that bad. No major objectives on the map. Can't take advantage of that one, but Max is in a spooky spot here as a victor on the side lane.
Yep, he'll grab that whole wave, and then it looks like head back to base and safety. But yeah, 15-9 kill count. Everything going pretty well for ROTM across the board. You still have to watch out for Young Jay. He's now finished up his second item, so he'll be pretty strong on the Xayah. And I think that's the big consideration right now if you're looking for a team fight, as our team continues to siege this top wave. Drakowski looking for J-Bear. They're going to lose Olaf immediately as Hoarder... Not Hoarder. Oh my goodness,
Wow.
That's one engage from Boy Wonder. Pup trying to do any damage that he can. It kind of goes all wrong. Their eyes are a little bit bigger than they could handle. Young Jay just able to escape. He picks up a triple kill on the Xayah, and we've been complimenting our OTM, and then they immediately throw it. Oh my goodness. Max almost gets a free kill on Crow as he walks just a little too far forward.
Yeah, and I don't really know why Crook is just that far forward on that top lane tower. You can let Ezreal take it. It's not like you need to be in melee range of that tower. Took his entire health bar before backing out, so ended up being a 2v3. And even though there were some great ults there from Drakowski and Boy Wonder, they just didn't have any follow-up damage. Ezreal not able to do enough, and that's two big shutdowns over to CSO. Gonna help even things up here a little bit more. 4K down now instead of that like 6K plus that they were at before then. So
Yeah,
as with the Baron spawns, it's nice.
Yeah, and they get a little time to breathe and reset their lanes and collect, a little bit of extra gold. It'll slingshot back just a bit when our TM's back on the map, but yeah, little overextension, a little overzealousness from the Premier team.
Definitely so. Got a lot of gold already off the map here with almost all of the outer towers down. Just that one lone survivor in bot lane.
I didn't have objective timers up. I was like, how long on the dragon? Oh, it's gone. Something must be glitched. And then I just didn't hit. I didn't hit 10 at any point. 2 minutes to go on that dragon.
RTM trying to get soul point with that dragon, so I'll have to see how they play things here. Things going pretty slowly after that slap on the wrist from CSO.
Yeah, it feels like it definitely broke a lot of the momentum, and we'll have to see if RTM can kind of find their their footing again. Wenwin, I think. No, he didn't get it. Drakowski took that one, and
Yep.
they'll even sneak Crook into range. Oh,
Oh
Max!
boy.
Just a little bit of a bushwhack onto Crow. He's got the damage, and he'll survive the unleashed power. So the mid lane solo kill might lead to an immediate Baron call, and you see Pup and Boy Wonder slide into that slot immediately as the Rel will tank that one up, and with Drakowski headed in, they can put a lot of resources on this one. It's a contestable dragon, though, with the amount of AoEs that... Or contestable Baron, excuse me, with the amount of AoEs Chaotic have. Oh, the Poppy ult. Didn't quite find a home there from J-Bear. A lot of damage coming through. Boy Wonder pulls him in with the Magnet Storm. Crook just trying to hit the cast. Drakowski is just doing the Baron during this whole time. They eliminate Wenwin. Drakowski smites the Baron finally. And it's 1-for-0 in the Baron. That was a little bit silly of a 4v4 fight, but it turned out well for RTM.
Yeah, Drakowski just poking over the wall with the E does pop the ultimate to put a couple members to sleep, but RTM got the member they wanted to kill there, and it's going to secure the Baron for them, killing off the CSO jungler in that skirmish. And that should mean that they're going to also pick up this Drake, which will put them on soul point.
Yeah, and that's Boyo with a couple of pings in the chat there. You have the Xayah and the Jarvan ult, actually. So this dragon could be contestable for Chaotic Solar if they want to, with those big teamfight ults available. J-Bear going to get chased down just a little bit by the power transfer core. Oh, if that bowling ball had hit Young Jay, that could have been really devastating. I guess Drakowski doesn't have ult, but still. He's fishing for it.
Yeah, there's a couple key ultimates down here for RTM. Not for very long though, so gotta find this fight if there's gonna be one for CSO.
Yeah, Drakowski puts 3 people to sleep. Crook is just stuck outside the jacuzzi right now trying to do damage from the outside. This is a really weird angle for RTM to try to engage. The Chaos Storm able to separate the rest of the fight, and they'll take down J-Bear. It's a lot burned for just a kill on J-Bear. Boy Wonder still has his ult if you're looking for some CC, but there's not a whole lot of damage left for Return of the Middlesticks.
Yeah, and RTM's trying to push here for these inhibitors. They've got 2 lanes that they're pressure on right now, gonna net themselves that mid lane inhib and rotate to this top side, I believe. On the Nexus towers.
Yeah, they're still looking for this one. Max and Pup doing a lot of work on these Nexus towers. One goes down, big stun from Crow into the chain CC. They'll take 1 kill home immediately. Wenwin low has to flash away. Crook super low, but he's able to survive for now. Pup looking to re-engage with Drakowski. They'll take down Wenwin, and Boyo separated from the rest of the team, trying to get back to the tower and any help that he can. And Boyo and Crow separated from this minion wave is now the second Nexus tower under fire from Pup and Drakowski. Boy Wonder with a little stun. The teleport behind from J-Bear as he's looking to make anything happen that he can. The Bramult sails just a little bit wide. Drakowski able to go in. Boy Wonder senses this moment. He goes in, gets a stun. Drakowski able to pick up a kill on Young Jay. They'll look for big time Boyo next. J-Bear just trying to separate this fight. They're trying to get Crow to deal the damage, but it's just not there. And now Pup flashes forward. The double kill. Looking for a little bit more is Crow underneath the tower. Can't dodge the True Shot Barrage.
Oh!
He can dodge the auto attack though, and he'll get the kill. The Nexus under fire as now Wenwin puts Drakowski in the jacuzzi. He doesn't have any defensive abilities left, but Max teleports directly on top of him, throws him into the Chaos Storm, and sends him back to the fountain while Crook finishes off the Nexus.
Yeah, I mean, for how these skirmishes went in this game, it didn't feel like a clean RTM win, but if you look at the map, there was not many objectives that they lost, so a lot of kills going over, but not much else for CSO as they try to regroup for game 2 here. A nice RTM win in game 1.
Yeah, we'll take just a short break. We'll be back with game 2. We'll check in with AGL and see how they're doing. Oh, we could catch the end of their game. You want to pop in real quick?
Sure.
I'm sure this won't be Whiplash.
I always have to take like a minute to like take in what's happened in this one.
Oh, there's no time for that. Oh boy. Well, that was an unfortunate timing on that, I guess. This is Clown Gaming Spartans. They have a not going to change the color. But yeah, there we go. We're in game. I'm going to hit plus. So
Yep,
maybe
me
we'll
too.
get to live. As
I am caught up.
Cloud Gaming takes the Baron, and they're up 6,000 gold. They're up a lot of kills. It's a very scary
3
loss.
Drakes.
Thunder McBusters is in for Sayer. And he's playing mid lane, which is a little surprising. Smitty is 5-3 on Malphite.
Yeah. Not sure how that happened, but
And there's a lethality Caitlyn in my game.
there's also a Seraphine support with Leandries. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Thunder McBusters looks for the solo kill. Roby dashes away. I'm still on like double speed, so this is not the big play-by-play. Now we're finally caught up to live as Smitty has to use the Unstoppable Force away. And now everything looks like it's moving in slow motion, but I swear this is regular speed now. Solo pick onto Thunder McBusters and a potential Hextech Soul here in 40 seconds. Scrambles and Atlas don't seem to care about all that. They're just underneath this tower, and they're going to pay for that. I'm not sure about the lethality Caitlyn Lux comp, but it's winning, so that means it's good.
I mean, it's a lot of poke damage, I guess, because you've got long range from the Lux and Caitlyn, but
And Atlas
yeah.
is on like a regular AD build,
which
interesting.
is okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the build is for Kaisa. I know the AP build got significantly nerfed.
Yeah, mostly just because Shiv got nerfed, so
No, she got specific AP nerfs too, didn't she? On her. Oh yeah, the cooldown refund on W went down from 77% to 75%.
right.
Yeah, huge.
Gigantic.
And I think the AP ratio on Q, which is a little bit more meaningful, but yeah, that's oh, it's Infernal Soul. Excuse me, not Hextech Soul.
Yep.
That
That's
kind
gonna
of
make
sucks.
things significantly more difficult for RTM. It's gonna be try to survive some of this lethality burst coming through, and yeah, getting the extra damage on top of that is not gonna help things. So
Yeah, I have thoughts, but I don't want to say them. Anyway, it's an 8,000 gold lead for.
we've not selected for the jersey yet,
Yes.
Chukowski. So
No, the jersey selection will be
when we have some downtime.
yeah, probably after game 2 of the ACL series.
Yeah.
Whether it goes to game 3 or whether the series is over, but probably right after that game, if I had to guess.
So we've got some, about, I'd guess like 45 minutes. If anybody else that's in chat and also in our Discord wants to participate in our jersey giveaway, get their last submissions in here.
Yeah, I saw we had Sayer with another AI generation. It looks pretty cool.
Yep. It does look cool.
I will go on record as saying AI art isn't art, but it's kind of cool.
CGS here. Oh,
Yeah,
and
looking for a big
RTM taking their
engage from
moment.
Smitty. Do they have the damage? King Atlas trying to get through closure, and he just can't. He's getting so bursted through. Do they have the damage to take down the Maokai? They eventually do with the Tears of Amumu, but they'll lose Thunder McBusters in the process.
Yeah, gonna be a 1-for-1 trade, which I think RTM will take, being down this amount of gold. But you did have to blow literally every ultimate. Luckily, a lot of the flashes survived for RTM, so that can help them out in this next fight because they blew 3 flashes for CGS. But there's not going to be really too much to fight for until this Baron spawns here in a minute. And of course, this Elder Drake timer, it's got to be in the back of your mind. I think RTM, if they can, should try to maybe Death Bush or something like that to get a numbers advantage before either one of these timers drop to 0. See if they can start something off already on the front foot. So
Yeah. I don't have much more to add to that. It took a long time to chop through that Maokai, and Cassante is just as tanky as long as he doesn't ult.
yeah.
And even when he ults, he's still pretty tanky, but see how they're able to play it out. Our team looking to siege mid, and they should do so successfully. There's not really anything in position right now as they'll claim that objective bounty. It's a nice little check in their pocketbook as Thunder McBusters walks into a sapling, and that takes a little chunk out of him. They're walking their way toward Baron. This is going to be a big climactic fight as Scrambles flashes in. It's a big engage. The cleanse comes out, but into this, they chain it into the Seraphine ult. They just don't have the damage as Beast King gets eliminated. Atlas is getting chased down by Tigsy in the backline. Smitty just... he's Malphite. He doesn't have the damage to really fight through that one, and Tigsy has already finished off Atlas, now looking for Thunder McBusters. Not quite able to find that flip back on the third Q, but now the Baron gets started up for CGS. They don't need to do this. They could just walk mid, but sometimes you hate ending the game. And that's something you have to accept.
Yeah, and actually Butta from CGS had a great wall there, blocked the Seraphine ult from passing through. I think that actually may have turned the fight, but oh my god. That's why you play Lethality Caitlyn right there, for the dopamine hit of hitting that ult and seeing the entire health bar go away, so.
That was a funny amount of damage that happened.
I mean, Thunder McBusters was at half health, so I'm not surprised with the build Caitlyn was going that they died there, but it's always funny to see big chunks of damage come through.
For the record, I think that this Caitlyn build should really only be defensible in ARAM, but it is in a competitive game right now, so.
And it's doing well.
Do with that information what you will.
Yeah, you should do it every single game in solo queue.
Atlas
the
is
1v1 of the century.
Buddha pretty well, but now Tixie is going to get involved, which makes it a little bit more difficult. Boom.
Oh my.
Jesus.
That was with the Seraphine shield as well, so.
That was with the Seraphine shield.
Oh, sorry.
Did
Atlas,
have the
ult shield. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh. I was going to analyze some things, but there's no time. We're just getting poked. Tigsy is in, now gets a little separation. Big Malphite. Oh, we'll chain the CC. It's a nice looking chain of CC. There's just no damage to follow it up. Tigsy is going to be the only one who's being damaged currently. Atlas is trying to chew through him, but meanwhile, the backline is completely untouched after the initial Malphite burst, which isn't a whole lot cleanse from King Atlas, anything that he could try to do. It's just not enough as...
Goodbye.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, it's so much damage coming from the Caitlyn ults, and it's on a short timer, so.
That's how much damage you should expect a gun to do to pop star on a platform, so.
Oh my god.
I'll allow it.
No, big sniper. It's not good.
No, I'm not trying to. No, not like an assassin. I'm just saying, like, unarmored. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Cool.
I wasn't going for
I
a
took
reference.
that too far.
Anyway, we'll head into ACL game 2 here in just a second.
Oh boy.
Sometimes you say some things, then you don't realize how bad they were until you say it.
It's alright.
My bad. What side are we on here? Rodham's on blue again.
Yeah, we are blue side again. Not quite the draft, but we do have the draft links, so.
This is CSO. We have one this time. That's nice. I'm curious. We search CSO. Alright, we got Chicago Symphony Orchestra. Chief Security Officer.
Oh, we could probably even get a lobby in this one.
Yeah, they have room.
There's room.
I'm fine with chilling out here.
It don't matter. I'm gonna run for a little bio break real quick.
Good time.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Are you following any of the conference realignment stuff?
Yeah. It's nice.
It was-
because it doesn't like personally affect me, but it's some stuff.
Yeah. It seems like it is going to be Arizona State and Utah. That was just announced going to Big 12.
Oh, they confirmed those? No.
They just confirmed it like literally like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
So.
I had seen the Washington, Oregon ones. That was around the time I got home
Yeah.
today. But well,
There it is.
Oregon State and Washington State just chilling together, I guess.
Yeah, I have heard rumors that maybe there'll be like an ACC Pac-12 merger, but man, just flying coast to coast to make that work sounds miserable.
Yeah,
So.
I don't know. I feel like they should just drop into the Mountain West with us. But
Yeah.
that would make
That makes
our
sense.
Washington State Colorado State game this year a conference game. That's exciting. I mean, it'd be next year, of course. But
Yeah. So what is there remaining? Because they just got what, 7 schools gleaned, 5.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's,
7.
It's literally just Washington State and
Oregon State. Well, there's Cal, Stanford.
Oh, Cal and Stanford. Yeah.
And what's the other one? There's one more.
Nope,
I'm
that's it.
forgetting. No, there's one more.
There's no way.
Because they had 12.
Yeah, Colorado already left.
Oh, Colorado. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the Colorado. So there you go. Yep.
No. Yeah, they're talking Cal and Stanford to Big Ten, I think. And then
Wow. Really?
that's the rumor, and then it's just Washington State and Oregon State left.
Yep. That's a little sad. I feel like K-State, who I'm a fan of, is like soul twins with Oregon State and Washington State. Like,
Yeah.
smaller schools that are in not big name towns, and that's the favorite thing to do in those places. But we're into draft now. Fans flying already.
Oh.
And RTM got blue side again, which means CSO chose the red side. So
Interesting. They banned the Ezreal this time, and then the Lilia. So it leaves the Poppy open if they want to take that. Tristana. A couple of other things that were banned, actually.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
RTM
Rada
banned
banned Rel this time. in
right,
response.
but they banned Tristana last time. So this is the trade that they're getting out of that ban. So RTM gonna get the Tristana, Maokai Kaisa gonna go over for CSO. So this is looking a lot like scrim games I've been watching for both teams here.
Yeah, now Rodham. I mean, you have your choice of, like, you could take Poppy here if you wanted, but there's not like a good Poppy.
Blocker.
Yeah, that thing for her to block. Like, Kaisa's okay, but it's hard to get on her, but still can take it.
Yep. And it is a flex pick, which is nice for RTM. So, gonna pick that up. I would assume that they pick AD here. I know they have the Tristana, but
Yeah, you
now
could
it is
also
interesting.
take the Nautilus maybe, or Rakan, if you're curious. Like, if you're really interested in one of those.
That's true. And it is good because you take that away from Kaisa.
Look at me out-analyze my analyst.
You did it. You did it. Yeah. Nautilus pickup is a good there because there's no Rel for the pairing with the Kaisa, and Nautilus is definitely the next best pair with her. So
Yeah, I'm curious what you want with the Kaisa. Well, Alistar makes sense.
Alistar, yeah.
As I was about to theory craft, there's the Alistar.
Yeah.
So now, probably solo lane bans here. One would imagine. Could be a Xayah ban as well, if you're worried about Xayah Nautilus. Just because Xayah is so traditionally okay against Kaisa.
Yeah, pretty decent against Maokai Alistar engage as well.
But Victor is gone.
So I'm guessing we're gonna see probably mid lane's pinched here. Could also see. I would expect RTM to drop an Aatrox ban as well.
Yeah, and what's interesting is there was actually a pretty big gulf between the mid laners in terms of like CS and kill participation in game one that we didn't see across a lot of the other roles. Like Drakowski ran the game, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
Max ended the game like 2-1 and 11, and the Syndra was 0-5 and 4. Like, just had no impact. So I'm curious if you're gonna try to get Max. If you're Chaotic Solar, if you're trying to get Max into a little bit of a worse matchup, or if that's just something you have to kind of cut your losses in. If you're not thinking that you have the better player there. But Talia gone, Zir and Renekton.
So notably, Aatrox left up here.
So is Olaf.
But I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that RTM is gonna leave that up and play Fiora into it. That is a lane guess here.
The lane guess is Fiora.
Yeah.
We'll have to
See
see
if I
what Rada wants
can
to
win
do.
a point back for my analyst skills.
I don't even have a guess. Oh, Zigmund.
Zig's gonna be the pickup. Locked in.
I don't know about Zigmund into this particular team, but I know it's getting pretty popular again. Thanks, APA.
Yeah. And there's the Fiora. I got one. Hasn't been locked yet, but it's a good matchup. I think Olaf also looks pretty good in this team comp.
Yeah, I think
But,
Olaf just struggles a little bit with Aatrox,
Yeah.
especially mid stages of the game. But Fiora has a pretty good matchup the whole way through.
Definitely so. And it is Fiora favored in that 1v1. Oh, Yone coming through. So notably, no AP seemingly from CSO, especially with the AP build for Kaisa being nerfed quite a bit.
we could see Kaisa go.
Are we gonna see?
I mean,
the
Yon does have some AP in the kit,
Are we
but
gonna see the first strike Leandry's Maokai?
I have a feeling we're probably not.
Sorry, no,
Um,
no slight toward the scrambles Leandry's Maokai. Just looking for magic damage in this comp, and there isn't a whole lot of places to look.
Yeah, Yon does a little bit of AP damage with his passive, but
Yeah, and Kaisa does magic damage with hers, but... Oh, you're in lobby, but I'm not.
yeah,
Wow. I see how it is.
it was full. So
Uh-huh.
that's what I'll say. I am interested to see where RTM elects to put the Ziggs, because it could be mid lane Ziggs, could be bot lane Ziggs, could be Max going down to bot lane, could be Puppe flexing up to that mid on Tristana. So it's a lot of questions here with where those two carries will go for RTM. It's very nice to pair that Ziggs with an engaged support. Makes it a lot easier to land your poke, makes it a lot more punishing, especially because you can just throw your bombs directly on top of them. You just throw it all down basically. So
Well, I've got my wheel of names ready to go. Again, this is absolute last chance to get your name in for the jersey drawing. We just require... I mean, you can rip off an MS Paint drawing in a couple of minutes here. That would be fine with me.
oh yeah, we appreciate low effort, high fun content.
Don't reuse a drawing from the last drawing. That is the one I'm gonna say nah. But yeah. Well, looking ahead, tomorrow is decision day once again for the Premier team in the ACL NACL qualifier, as they have a decider match against Gentle Hearts Gaming at noon on, what is their stream called? Rally Cry Official or Rally Cry 2? I don't know if it's been
Yeah, it
decided
has
which
not
one.
come out yet.
But
Which will have which.
We'll post that when we get that. So come support the boys again tomorrow at noon, and then Monday, if the Premier team wins tonight, they'll play again Monday. Is that right, or do they play Tuesday?
We play Monday.
Monday.
Yep.
So they'll play
For
again on
ACL.
Monday for ACL. Also, the new Crowstorm team will be debuting Monday night at 7:30 against ID Frozen. So that's kind of fun. Busy Rodham times as we kind of head down the stretch of the year. Still waiting on Victoris to announce anything. I don't think there's any Victoris admins in the chat, but if there are, what's going on? Everything okay there?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. I did suggest to a couple people, because I saw that their split ended in June, that maybe that would be a good landing spot for a league, but
you're in this lobby, so you're not seeing. There's the Viego in the client for Soul Fighter. So he's got like an eye in the middle of his chest, but his chest is just open. And like,
Okay.
there's no eyelid. There's nothing that prevents dirt from getting in there. That has to be really hard to like. He's got to clean out his chest eye.
it's a little.
That seems a little like, I don't know that I would want to do that much maintenance. I would probably rather just die.
Maybe it's just like so demonic that it just absorbs all dirt or something.
Well, especially because he's like a fighty boy, you know? You just get sand thrown in your eye during a fight, like,
It's over.
yeah,
That's how you counter Vel'Koz, actually, sand attack.
oh, true. Lowers accuracy by 1 level. feel bad. All these people I messaged yesterday to get them on the Crowstorm team are finally messaging me back. Oh yeah, now I don't have room. Sorry.
Sorry, 6
Still
hours. What? He didn't respond to me within 6 hours? My bad.
Yeah. We're a minute away from getting into game number 2. Rodham leads Chaotic Solar 1-0, can close out the series and move on to the round of 6. It's a small baby steps through this bracket, but that's what happens when you get sent to the lower bracket early. Do you watch a whole lot of fighting games, Lane? Evo's on
Smash
right
is
now.
the only one I occasionally dip into. I'll watch like finals for that or something because I've played it, so I kind of understand it. But they are infinitely better than I ever will be. So
Evo's this weekend. Reason I mentioned that.
yeah, Project L debuting
Yeah, and
at Evo.
they just showed like the teaser for Yasuo. That game looks really fun. I'll probably play it and get really bad at it and then drop it. But
It is cool that you can like play with a partner. I like that aspect of it. I think that's pretty unique, the tag teaming aspect.
I was gonna say, at least we didn't drown in pools or headed through the bracket stage. I really like that that phrase that they use. I don't know why it tickles me so much.
Which one?
Drown in pools. So it's
What?
usually when really good players lose in like the pool stage of the Swiss stage of the tournament.
Oh, gotcha,
They say that they
gotcha.
drown in pools.
That's good.
Need to get more fighting game terminology thrown into the League of Legends cast, I guess.
Yeah, just start interjecting it randomly.
Oh, the triple teleport from ROTM.
That's how I was able to curse around my parents. I would just slowly, throw a cuss word in every so often. Then they become desensitized to it. So
You just have to do Twitch lingo around them now. So,
I think if I work at Twitch, I'm legally allowed to use it in my common speak. So
yeah, Mom, this dinner's pretty poggers.
this is fogger. I have not entered it, but I have done that to Sammy, so she at least knows that lingo. I've got that for me at least.
Yeah, Sammy, you making me do chores is kind of weird, champ, you know?
Weird champ.
Anyway, Crook is doing the level 1 Fiora thing where he just fights people, and he's actually not winning currently. I think he'll win eventually, but there's a Maokai that's on the way, which makes it a little bit risky, but so is Drakowski, so is Crow. This is turning into a whole thing. All of a sudden, Crook low has his flash still if he needs it. He's really trying to bait for some reason, even though they've got no more help coming. Drakowski just walks in, looks for Jaybear. There's no way he actually gets anything done here. Now with Crow joining, yeah, I think this gets a little bit risky. Drakowski might have to use his flash. Nope, everyone's going to be patient. Hold on. So that amounted to nothing. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Crook used his pot, I guess.
Yeah.
And Jaybear used one of his.
And I think Crook is actually just gonna hold the wave to make it push towards him. Oh nope, gonna go ahead and back. I think actually if Crook had just finished the back, it may have given him a small advantage because he could have actually backed and come back to lane without having to blow a TP here. So even though he would have been down a pot, would have been up a teleport, which could have been pretty good, but decided to stick around to try to help Drakowski out in case it was necessary. And yeah, now we're gonna be both teleports down in the top lane, so gonna be very volatile as we go into the pause.
Yeah. Don't want to say too much more about happenings on the map. Be a weird thing for them to ghost the stream at this point, but you know, better safe than sorry. Oh. Oh, they're contacting admins about Max and Pup swapping.
It is legal. Fairly certain.
I hope it's legal. would hate leagues where stuff like that is illegal. I don't know. That was
Unless
always
they
something
swapped
like
super late or something.
it's just weird that some tournament like organizers punish you for being good at the game. Like if you can play multiple roles, you should be allowed to play multiple roles. I
Yeah.
don't know why you have to declare it in chat. Like if you can play multiple roles, then that's something your opponent should prepare for.
I wonder if RTM like in champ select swapped
Well, they
under
didn't.
the 20-second mark.
I don't think that's what it's about, judging by the chat. But this might be a bit of a long pause, if that's the case. Let's see what's happening. I don't see anyone in the help desk.
Well, do you want to try to do a jersey thing, or are you gonna wait to the end since we already called that out?
I think since we called it out, we should probably wait. But if this
It's a
continues
good
on
call.
for much longer,
I know the boys wanted to be here to watch the wheel go around. They're gambling addicts.
I don't see where they're.
Yeah, and I have access to another chat, so I wonder if they made like a ticket or.
Well, it's just weird because like there's the help desk thing. You could just jump in there and talk to an admin if it were an issue. But I don't think this guy is on their team.
Yeah, I wonder if they're like looking at the rule book now or something. I'm gonna go familiarize myself with it really quick in case I get pulled into this discussion.
Oh,
Nope,
they
no,
are
we're good.
R. Okay.
It's not too long.
Well,
Game time has been unpaused. Play will resume at 0.
true.
You sitting there?
Yep. We're gonna resume in 0.
Don't worry, guys.
Okay. We have resumed in 0, or at least I.
We
have.
got to 0.
Yeah. So kind of interesting. Drakowski. Did he? I don't think he got to go back. He's actually just full tanking Wolf Camp to start off, which might be a little bit rough. Wenwen got a little shot from Pup across the bow, but other than that, he's been able to tank his Raptors a little bit more successfully, and both junglers, a little more injured than you'd expect going into this first clear. Boyo just disengages Boy Wonder.
Yeah, it looks like I think they wanted to discuss it because it looks like Crow took MR runes.
Ah.
So being against the AD is a little rough, but yeah, completely legal to do this. You show what champions they're playing, and it was fine. So we're gonna see the swap come out. Max gonna go towards this bot side and doing pretty well early.
Yeah, this is how Pup got his pentakill that we're giving away the jersey for, was playing mid Tristana, so excited to see that. And now Wenwen in the top lane gets stunned, and it's first blood for Drakowski, and now Crook and Drakowski will chase down Jayberry. He's got the flash, the counter flash from Crook, and the counter flash from Drakowski. Jayberry low, and one more little dash from Kooky. Crook picks up 2 kills in the top lane.
Yeah, I can't believe that Wenwen went ahead and just walked in for that. That's a super scary situation to walk into a Fiora that way, but able to pick up 2 kills there for RTM, and that's going to be really big, especially because Jaybear is down that teleport like we mentioned. Flash now down as well, and this matchup doesn't get any easier with Fiora picking up a pickaxe while you're just on a pair of boots.
Yeah, Crow low, getting engaged on. Meanwhile, Wenwin now already down in the bottom lane. Smacks Max back in. He's able to satchel charge away. The hook comes in onto the Alistar. Boyo and Max trying to find the Alistar kill. And meanwhile, Drakowski's going to walk in. Everybody is so low. Boy Wonder with the root. Can he get onto Young Jay? Wenwin has the flash still, and he's able to zip away with his phase rush. That was really well played by Wenwin to be able to survive that one. And it's one kill in the bottom lane for Chaotic Solar. Crook taking a lot of minion damage right now. He's got to be careful about this trade, as now he'll be able to disengage.
Yeah, nice pickup there on the bot side. Max almost making the escape with the satchel that came out, but
oh, the hook from Boy Wonder. Drakowski can't get over the wall. Oh, he wasn't quite in range for
He's
the
hex
buckler
flashing.
kill either. He's hex flashing the buckler kill. No, he doesn't have
nope. Couldn't quite find it, but that is gonna make it so Max TP's back down here. Gonna be getting a lot, but they're trying to stave off this blue buff for their jungle.
Yeah, Drakowski trying to steal it away, but Boy Wonder's so low, gets taken down by Young Jay. Now Boyo just trying to get some damage down onto Drakowski. Pup trying to rotate over with Max, but they just can't quite get in range to do anything, as Crow's already there. Drakowski smites the Scuttle Crab, and he'll zip away. I don't think anything else is going to happen.
Yeah, this is a pretty wild game so far. A lot of pings going down around this jungle. I think they're
Oh, he's going to Hex Flash back over. Oh. Did he not have
Yeah,
the
I think
range?
they were trying to find Crow towards that mid lane as he rotated over, but did not walk back and let them do that. But
would have pinned him right onto that blast cone anyway, so I don't know how successful it would have been. But J-Bear with the top lane island emote. it really be like that sometimes.
Oh boy.
Good stun from Crook as he dives into the queue in order to get the stun on the riposte.
Yeah, and with J-Bear at level 5 here, this is probably diveable, but it's going to look to invade with Drakowski here instead.
Yeah, Wenwin and Drakowski renewing pleasantries as Crook has roamed his way in. Pup able to join if he wants to jump in, and he will finally. Wenwin low, one more auto as Pup takes that kill. A couple vitals being procced in the mid lane as well. Boy Wonder and Boyo scrapping it out. A little supportal combat for you as Max with a satchel. Oh, a little dyssynergy there between Boy Wonder and Max. The ignite on Boyo and the last auto from Max will pick up the kill. Young Jay has to try to walk away, but the minion block. He's just getting beaten by an anchor. One auto from Max. Boy Wonder's just going to secure it. Why not? I mean, fair enough, honestly, in that situation. And now Pup and Crow. They forced Crow underneath the tower. Wenwin is here to try to help out the dive. Crook, takes a tower shot. If he hadn't taken the tower shot, he might have been able to, like, riposte a Twisted Advance or something silly. But a lot of action. It's 5-2, and I'll let you talk for a second.
Yeah, nice pickup there on the bot side. Everything kind of going RTM's way there. Fights breaking out across the whole entire map, and yeah, 2 kills on the bot side and some kills on the top. And you look at the CS advantages across.
That was such a good buffer by Boyo. The Buster Shot isn't enough to keep him alive, and Crow picks up a kill on Pup. Or Crow picks up a kill on Pup? I don't know what I said.
You did it. You got it the first time.
Oh, all right. I thought I said Pup picks up a kill on Pup, and then I corrected myself. But
I think you had it, but
who knows?
Yeah, RTM up 2K. Getting a lot of kills, pretty even here, which we saw in the last game. Even though RTM was pretty firmly ahead in that one. And again, it's just kind of these CS leads that are opening up that are in mid and bot, and even jungle here that is really making the difference for the teams. So.
Yeah, and Crook has the kill participation advantage pretty heavily over J-Bear, which gives him a little gold lead there. So it's modest gold leads kind of across the board for ROTM. Which is always interesting. Usually you like to try to see one person just kind of blow out the gold lead, but he's hopping away from Crow. This is fine. I wonder how many times Pup has played the Tristana versus Yone mid lane matchup. Seems like he probably doesn't have that much practice on it, but
Yeah, I mean he does play some mid in solo queue for sure, but not probably not the matchup that you're used to seeing.
Although people play Yone quite a bit in solo queue. Maybe I'm underrating the presence of that champion.
Yeah, I just don't think with the amount of games Pup's played mid, it's probably come up very often, but... Win-Win's still not level 6, notably, on this Maokai, so... Should be just kind of anytime RTM wants to take a even fight, they should win.
Crook able to escape the Infernal Chains, looking for that last vital hit. Meanwhile, they'll find Win, take him a little bit low. The Grand Challenge gets popped as Crook heals back up almost to full.
Oh my god, so much healing.
Get the last proc of damage, and he does. That was really clean by Crook. A little ult from Crow is able to keep him alive through what was a little collapse from Drakowski and Boy Wonder. And now Dragon for RTM? That's more of a question than like an actual statement.
Yeah, definitely so.
Looks like
Huddled
no is
around
the
it.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drakowski looking for the dive, the snapback from Crow. They're just going to get a demolish proc on this tower. Oh, they're looking to
Little
burst
more.
open the tower. Yeah. Drakowski with the pin onto Crow. Do they have the damage? It is with the buster shot for
Nice flash
Puppe.
out.
Yeah, nice flash out from Drakowski. Takes the twisted advance out of tower. They'll get the collapse in, and that tower is in Zig's range. He's already destroyed the bot lane tower, and RTM all of a sudden have a 7,000 or 6,000 gold lead. Excuse me.
And that is all that plate gold that is getting funneled onto the carries here. Picking up that first tower in bot side, the Zig's doing it by himself, and then picking up 4 plates already here in mid. This one should just fall as soon as Ziggs is able to get here, but Puppe in a precarious spot.
Yeah, J-Bear has roamed down. The top laner roaming mid, not something we see a whole lot, but now we've seen it 3 times in 2 games, so... And now Max has waddled his way into the mid lane to try to take down that tower.
Yeah, and if we look across the map here, it is gold leads in every lane for RTM. There is, and it's pretty significant as well. It's at least like 1,300 except for the support, so. Oh boy.
Oh boy, Wonder
J-Bear.
Woman gets the 400 gold. J-Bear getting ganked. He'll get the Nautilus ult ripped into him to start off with, into the hook. And now the dive coming out. Good chain of CC, and J-Bear will fall underneath the tower.
Easy pickup for RTM there. I thought maybe the ult from Boy Wonder was gonna be a little too early, but that is not the case at all. Played excellently there, landing the hook, comboing off that.
Young Jay?
Oh,
He's gone. The bouncing bomb from Max for the AD solo kill for Max.
Yeah, Max actually played that so well. Hitting everything, even without the vision there. Really nice bombs from him.
Oh, Crook is going to get that 4th plate, and Rodham has picked up 14 of 15 tower plates.
And they're going to get one more here. So like, roaming up to this top side, and there it is. All 15 tower plates for RTM.
Yeah. It's a 10,000 gold lead at 12 minutes. Yeah. That's textbook how you do that.
Just do that, guys.
Every single game, just kill
Just do that.
15 tower plates, and you'll win a high percentage of them, I bet.
Definitely so. All that extra gold is going to result in some small bounties, almost across the board here for RTM. 3 members with those bounties.
Young Jay
J-Bear?
is still going static shiv. J-Bear's having a game.
Oh no. He's sad. Oh no, J-Bear.
Pup is sad in the opposite direction, but Drakowski's here maybe to clean up. He'll get 1, and they'll pick up Crow for 2, it looks like, as they want to hand it over to Crook. He'll just chase down. Sometimes you just ignore everything else and go chase down a Yone. Win-win, just getting beaten to death by a couple of big dudes. Can they give it to Crook? I think is a big question. Oh, they could have, except he pulled it back into the Hammer Shock, but they'll take the kill anyway as RTM continues their siege on the map. This is not looking particularly close here for round 2.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Young Jay, the Oppenheimer experience is what you called it.
I did it with the German Jacuzzi. But I don't know if it's quite as impactful in this one when they can't get out of it, but...
Yeah, that was a fair amount of damage from like 2 abilities. J-Bear pops the World Ender, and now Crook. That was such a good sidestep. Every once in a while, you forget how good these players are, and then you watch something like that, and it's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Disgusting.
make it look easy.
Uh,
Oh boy, these towers are gonna get absolutely shredded.
yeah. Scatter mentioned in chat, Tristana Ziggs kind of kills towers anyway.
Oh my god.
And accelerated Tristana Ziggs, I think, kills them even faster. Objective bounties are finally going to be available at 1433.
You've lost 5 of your towers, 15 tower plates, and you finally get your consolation prize, which is the objective bounties coming through here. Across the board for RTM, just playing this game super well.
Yeah, they gave up a dragon, though, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah, and 4 kills, so...
So how good are they really doing?
Second Rift Herald is on the board here, and with as much tower pushing power as RTM has, this is a nice little prize that they're going to win themselves.
Yeah, could see a cheeky steal, maybe a sapling or a Void Seeker. Doesn't look like it though, based on who we're looking at on the map. Yeah, there's the Rift Herald picked up for Drakowski. And now they'll look at this top lane tower, probably. As, yeah, what do you do if you're Chaotic Solar in this situation? It's potentially your last game of the tournament. Boy Wonder even able to get away the Ziggs bomb just to say, hey, we saw you try to pick our boy at support. Here's some extra damage.
Yeah, I'm not going to walk down, but I'll toss this at you. Stay away. And Rift Herald in the pocket too, so they're really pushing.
Rift Herald, plus they didn't use Satchel on that tower, so this one is dead if they want it to be dead. In comes the Maokai engage. This is the big moment maybe for Chaotic Solar. Max gets separated just a little bit. A lot of damage onto him. It's a shutdown that does go onto the Kai'Sa. Now Crow getting turned back on. Pup still alive in the backline. Boyo falls first. When low, has the flash over the wall. Now Crow able to enter with his ult. Pup just doesn't quite have the damage over the wall. Crook has flashed into the base. Or dashed into the base, I guess is more accurate. Pup has jumped in. He'll take a double kill. And they'll win the fight 3-for-2, which isn't maybe as lopsided as you would expect, but they'll get the tower down in the top lane and continue to kind of have their way with whatever they want in this game.
Yeah, leaving the inhibitor up here I think makes sense. There's quite a bit of time before 20 that those will funnel gold to their team and away from yours.
Oh, he just turns onto Young Jay. I don't think that's quite enough damage, but
Nah,
kind of showing off. Now he's going to get beat around for a while. Going to die for it. That's a good entrance by Young Jay as he does pick up the kill. Now Max is teleported back in, and they'll punish Wen for his sin of being alive briefly.
Yep. And some pings going down on this mid lane. The barrage not quite up here for CSO.
Crook is taking this fight. He's up 2 levels, but behind quite a bit in health. Oh, the healing, though. Okay.
Yeah, that Gore Drinker came through clutch.
Max just
Surely RTM can't keep doing this.
Yeah, I don't. They need to just go back at some point.
Oh, nice buffer from Boy Wonder there.
He's been stuck in a few infernal chains in his time, you get the feeling.
Okay.
All right, Jay Bear.
He wants this one to end. Sorry, buddy.
Yep, he's now gone reverse legendary, 0-7. Boyo will eventually die.
And this might just be the game. Rift Herald going to be summoned up here for this mid lane. Oh, it might get distracted to the bot side, though.
They're trying to get the dancing Rift Herald, I think. Oh, Young Jay. The flash satchel for the kill? Alright. Yeah, the Rift Herald's on the bottom lane tower, which is a little unfortunate. Crow low gets taken down. It's a double kill for Max. It's a triple kill for Max.
Another pentakill? We get to do 2 draws in the same night?
They need to get these kills here in just a second in order to make that happen. They're really fighting their way through. 50 health left on Sheila, which would be fun. Oh, into the Nexus? Dancing Rift Herald? Let's go!
We got it. Wow, that is a lot of dancing right there.
What is happening with Sheila? She's hitting it.
Oh geez, that was just a complete stomp from RTM, and that's a feel-good game going into tomorrow with NACL on the mind. Of course, we won't see Pup sadly in that one. Tomorrow we'll see Zev, our replacement ADC.
Sorry, this looks really awkward on stream. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a wheel of names. This is all the names that I have currently for the drawing. Let me look and see if anyone else.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. This looks like it. Do you want to confirm my list is complete, maybe?
Sure. Gotta wait a minute till it pops up on my screen. Here we go. We got. We got Kyler, Shimmy, you got Squirk, Trakowski, Scatter, X-Craze, Metsuro, got Jake, got Brooke, and Sayer. So yep, looks good to me.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit the button. I'm gonna hit it once. That's gonna be our winner, and then I'm gonna hit it a second time just to show you that I didn't rig the drawing. Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's hit the button. Our big winner of the jersey, Sayer.
Well, there you go. The last minute submission gets the win.
All right. So Sayer, if you want to message me, I don't know exactly who's covering the jersey this time, but we'll get you taken care of. And then just to show you it's not rigged, this will come up with something other than Sayer probably. Yeah. There you go.
Oh no.
Cool. All right. So Sayer's gonna win, and that'll be it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. Congratulations to the Premier team for moving on in their playoff series. We'll see them tomorrow at noon for their NACL decider match against Gentle Hearts, and then Monday they've got their next playoff game. Yep. That's it for us. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you guys all again soon.
Bye, guys.
I don't have anyone to raid.
We could raid Firelight TV.
Oh, Firelight? Okay.
He's in a Omega Strikers tournament right now.
Yep. We're gonna raid Vaughn. Go say hi to Vaughn.
Bye.
Bye. I should follow him on the Middlesticks account. There's no way to follow just from chat, is there?
Maybe.